We are delighted to welcome you all in the 11th VCM of the series Beating the Monday Blues, being organized by Continuing Professional Education Committee of ICAI. Continuing Professional Education is a means by which members of the profession maintain, improve, and broaden their knowledge, skills, and develop qualities required for sustainable growth. The ICAI has been providing continued input to its members through seminars, lectures, workshops, technical literature, e-learning, web-based training, etc. The CPE committee of ICAI has launched this series of learning focused on updating current core areas of CA practice and emerging areas of professional interest. Hence, we welcome you in this VCM on out-of-the-box thinking and insights of Fcra. I will invite CA Rakesh Kumar Sisodia ji, Chairman of Chittorgarh branch of CIRC of ICAI for welcome address.
गुड इवनिंग ऑल। मैं चेयरमैन राकेश सिसोदिया, चित्तौड़गढ़ ब्रांच, आप सभी का चित्तौड़गढ़ की इस वीर धरा मीरा की भूमि से आपका हार्दिक स्वागत अभिनंदन करता हूं। सीपीए कमेटी का मैं इस अवसर पर आभार व्यक्त करना चाहूंगा कि जिन्होंने चित्तौड़गढ़ ब्रांच को इस महत्वपूर्ण सेमिनार में भागीदारी निभाने का दायित्व दिया। मैं सीपीए कमेटी के चेयरपर्सन खमीसा जी सोनी एवं वाइस चेयरमैन नंदा जी का भी हार्दिक स्वागत एवं अभिनंदन करना चाहूंगा। साथ ही उनको चित्तौड़गढ़ की धरा पर पुनः पधारने का भी निवेदन करना इसके माध्यम से करना चाहूंगा कि अब अच्छा वातावरण बन रहा है तो क्यों न अपन लाइव एक सेमिनार आयोजित करें और नंदा सर पुनः चित्तौड़गढ़ की वीर धरा पर पधारे, खमीसा जी मैडम इस पे पधारे। साथ ही ये जो आज एक महत्वपूर्ण विषय पर जो अपन ने वेबिनार का आयोजन किया है वो सभी सदस्यों के लिए लाभकारी सिद्ध होगी, ऐसी आशा करता हूँ। इसी के साथ पुनः मीरा जी बल्ला के पास, मॉडरेटर मीरा जी बल्ला। थैंक यू।
Thank you, sir. So now I will invite CA Balkishan ji, Secretary, Chittorgarh branch of ICAI, for introducing CA Kamisha Soni, Chairperson CPE Committee of ICAI.
Yeah, Meera, I think
टेक्निकल इश्यू के कारण ज्वाइन नहीं किया है, तो आई थिंक खमीसा जी सोनी का परिचय में ही चित्तौड़गढ़ ब्रांच की ओर से में ही तो बढ़िया रहेगा। हालांकि खमीसा जी के मोहताज नहीं है और खमीसा जी सीपीए कमेटी में काफी अच्छा सक्रिय योगदान आप निभा रहे हैं। ये जैसा कि बहुत ही यंग मतलब एक्टिवली प्रोफेशन के लिए डिवोटेड हैं। वुमेन फर्स्ट वुमेन ऑफ चेयरपर्सन सीएआरसी रहे हैं आप, साथ ही फर्स्ट वुमेन चेयरपर्सन ऑफ बोर्ड ऑफ स्टडी ऑफ आईसीआई भी रही हैं और काफी प्रोफेशन के लिए अपना तन मन सर्वस्त्र अर्पण कर रखा है। मेरे शब्दों में प्रोफेशन के जब भी आपसे कोई कांटेक्ट करें या समस्या का बात भी करते हैं तो बहुत ही सहज और सरल और शीघ्र तरीके से हमारे को रिस्पॉन्स मिलता है। इसके लिए मैं खमीसा जी का वाकई में धन्यवाद दूंगा और प्रोफेशनल के प्रति आपका काफी है, इसलिए इनका काफी पूर्ण अनुभव है। तो मेरे ख्याल से सभी सदस्य इनसे परिचय है, इसलिए ज्यादा खमीसा जी के बारे में क्या बोलूं। तो मेरा यही कहूंगा कि खमीसा जी हमेशा अच्छा ही प्रोफेशन के लिए बहुत अच्छे एक लेडी है जो अपने को नेतृत्व प्रदान कर रही है और आगे भी हमें देती रहेगी, ऐसी आशा है। इसी के साथ धन्यवाद.
Yeah, Kamisha ma'am is not only active on national forum, but she is active on many international forums also. And it's our luck that Kamisha ma'am is with us today. So now I will like to invite CA Charanjot Singh Nanda ji, Vice Chairman CPE Committee of ICAI, for opening remarks.
Meera ji, for opening remarks first.
पहले chairman साहिबा बोलेंगी, then I'll come Meera ji first.
Okay. Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry.
No issue.
Thank you everyone. Thank you Meera ji, and thank you Rakesh ji for kind introduction. A very good evening. I welcome all esteemed participants of today's VCM. Our very active and dynamic co-chairman CPE committee, CA Charanjot Singh ji Nanda ji, who is also chairman of Internal Audit Standard Board and Committee on Management Accounting. Our very renowned and experienced faculty for today's VCM, CA Vinod Rawal ji and CA Neeraj Mittal ji. And I also welcome leaders from our Central India Regional Council branch, Chittorgarh, very active and dynamic chairman, CA Rakesh Kumar Sisodia ji. And I would also like to recognize other managing committee members, CA Yogesh Kabra ji, Secretary, CA Balkishan Dad ji, and other managing committee member of Chittorgarh branch of CIRC of ICAI. Our moderator, CA Meera Bhatia ji. From our office side, Secretary Ajit ji, CA Hina ji, Chanda ji, CA Deepika, Payal and Shrija. And dear participant, I would say our esteemed members of our prestigious institute, I am delighted to welcome you in this 11th VCM of this learning series of online CP event, Beating the Monday Blues. Our eminent speakers today will talk about out-of-the-box thinking and insights of Fcra. I am glad to inform you that this VCM has been webcasted throughout the country and huge number of registration we received for this program. I am extremely happy to share that CPA had already launched, as you all are aware about that, 2 series related to virtual CP meeting. One is 360-degree learning series, Wednesday Words of Wisdom on every Wednesday. And another one is Beating the Monday Blues on every Monday. And last 3 months, we are organizing this series. And specifically for Beating the Monday Blues, we are taking complete new thought, new subjects, emerging professional opportunity related to our practice domain. So in that series, we have today's also totally new opportunity and new thinking process we will discuss with you all. And about the Wednesday Words of Wisdom series, we have designed our core area practice related topics. And in that particular designing of that program and conceptualizing, our co-chairman was instrumental in entire this process. So I would also recognize his contribution to CP committee. And dear members, we have covered various emerging area of professional interest in Monday learning series, Beating the Monday Blue, like use of technology in practice, digital branding, entrepreneurship, stock market, taxation of unregistered religious and charitable institution, and taxation of partnerships. So many areas we have already covered. And about certain new initiative I would like to share. First is that is specifically for practicing chartered account. That is, we have launched CA Connect search engine portal under Ethical Standard Board that we have launched on 31st July. So here I would request you please register on this CA Connect search engine portal. This portal is a system of listing of chartered accountant firms and individual chartered accountant practitioner on the platform of ICAI. And it is a platform, it is a portal for chartered accountant to be connected and get engaged professionally across India. जिसको हम कह सकते हैं कि that is online aggregator based platform under ICAI within ethical framework. Because we have certain restriction as per our code of ethics. We cannot register impaneled and we cannot use online platform. For example, like BNI, like Urban Clap, like Upwork. So this is our own platform where we can propagate, we can market our expertise services through that platform. So I would request specifically for small medium practitioner, who are reside at remote places, they can also use that CA Connect platform. तो ये हमारा अपना marketing और branding का platform है. So I would again request कि just register on that platform. And second, about the CPE initiative, just we have also sent CPE survey form according to for the understanding of our learning of our members. So you may also respond on that survey form also. And we have also launched Samadhan CPE question and answer e-solution forum. So we have taken topic related to taxation issues in share transactions and also partnership related taxation issues. So that window is already open. So our member can send their queries on Samadhan question and answer e-solution forum. You can get all detail through our portal, CPE portal. So many new initiative also they can update about that initiative. About our learning mechanism, we have also launched one publications related to entire learning mechanism at ICAI, whether in the form of certificate course, PQC course, through digital learning hub. Our member can take benefit of digital learning hub also, and also they can take structured CP hours benefit through digital learning hub. So that is also one initiative under learning mechanism of CP committee. So about today's topic and session regarding session 1, insights of Fcra. So I would say here that our member can develop as a new professional opportunity in this segment also, because as an advisory role, as a consultant or on compliance part also, they can develop their practice in these regulations, because you all are aware about that Fcra regulates the inflow of foreign contribution or aid to India. So the law is enforced by the Ministry of Home Affairs, and for certain regulation and compliance are there regarding foreign contribution. So for that particular segment, our eminent faculty of this session, CA Vinod Ravalji will give you insight of Fcra. I would suggest all members that you can also develop this area under your practice mechanism. And about second topic, really very good topic. Think differently. आगे मैं नहीं बोलूंगी, think globally, because in today's situations last 2 years, because of corona pandemic and because of certain restrictions, we are using so many platforms in the digital mode also. But how we can develop as per our nature, according that we can develop. So today's session, think differently, be original, being the best version of yourself. What does it mean to be the best version of you? Does it means living up to your potential, or is there more to it? Before you can be the best version of yourself, you must uncover your essential you-ness, the values, interest, and passions that define who you are in the life and the world. So today's star motivational speaker, CA Neeraj Mittalji, is with us. He will help you in finding best version of yourself. As per my opinion also, there is no undo option in our life. So how we can do our, how we can enjoy each and every situation of our life with our professional challenges. So not taking much time, I wish a happy learning experience to all the participants, and handing over to moderator.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So now I'd like to invite CA Charanjot Singh Nanda ji, Vice Chairman CPE Committee of ICAI, for opening remarks. Charanjit Singh Nanda ji is the Chairman of Internal Audit Standards Board and Committee on Management Accounting, and Vice Chairman of CPE Committee. He is a very experienced chartered accountant, practicing chartered accountant, and is practicing in the different fields. With the commitment to serve the profession, he has been a member of SEBI, SFA committee, and IRDA steering committee. As an avid speaker, he shares his knowledge in India and abroad at various events organized by ICAI and other reputed institutes. Sir, please.
Thank you.
Before our
Yes.
Vice Chairman, I would just like to welcome BK Darji, very active and dynamic Secretary of Chittorgarh branch.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Kamisha ma'am. So very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Chairman of CP Committee, Madam Kamisha Soni. I can see Mr. Rakesh Sisodia, Mr. B.K. Dad, and two of the very eminent faculties of the day, my dear brother C.A. Vinod Rawalji, my younger brother C.A. Neeraj Mittalji, the very able moderator of the evening, Madam Meera Bhatiaji, and all participants have come here to go home more enlightened, ladies and gentlemen. I am truly honored to be here and very emotional also. Honored because I deem this platform as one of the best platforms where professional ideas are exchanged and people are attuned, motivated, so that they get started towards those areas of practice which have normally been ignored. And I'm emotional because today is my last day when I will address to you in this year. You're all aware that myself and Kamisha ma'am both are contesting elections, and therefore the code comes from 1st of September. And from 1st of September, we can't come and make a public appearance by way of a program under ICAI CP committee. So both of us won't be coming from next program, which is again on 1st we have a program, and then every Monday and Wednesday we have a program. I want to tell you one thing very candidly. In life, have one principle. The principle is to progress. I'm reminded of a couplet which says, मंजिलें पांव पकड़ती हैं ठहरने के लिए, मंजिलें पांव पकड़ती हैं ठहरने के लिए, मगर शौक कहता है दो कदम और सही, दो कदम और सही. When you restrict yourself, growth stops. When you want to remain aloof, growth starts. When you feel you have obtained enough, growth stops. When you feel your performance needs to be embedded, created, and percolated to public at large, you become an astounding growth organism. I want to tell you one thing very candidly. This profession of chartered accountancy, I see there are so many things which are coming, which are not good for professionals. The government is very keen to ensure that ease of business becomes an important area. And therefore, many of us would see that all traditional opportunities are slipping out of hand. But believe me, God is great. When one opportunity goes, 3 new opportunities are opened. I have been propounding this since past 2 years. I was the chairman of, you're aware, I'm the chairman of Internal Audit Standard Board. The entire year, we did programs on every Saturday on empowering SMPs, empowering small and medium practitioners. This year, we did the program, series of program every Saturday on technology as an enabler of internal audit process. In CPE, we did totally different programs. And today's program, Insights into Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, is one of those kind. I know Mr. Rawal, I have known him since past 35 years. He is a man who understands things, belongs to Sirsa. But from Sirsa, he came down to Delhi and create a niche practice area for himself in Foreign Contribution Regulation Act. He is a direct tax expert and has a special liking, special inking for foreign contributions. This is an area which leaves a lot of focus. It is one of those areas where people who have the cloud, people who have the metal, people who have technical knowledge can always get in. The government is discouraging the inflow of capital from outside because it is at times misused and is against national interests. But at that time, there are certain other issues which get highlighted because there are certain people who want the money for philanthropic causes, for education causes. And that is where Mr. Rawal and his knowledge steps in to tell you, to explain you how things can be better. If you think about non-traditional practices, you can go into outsourcing. This board, CP committee, is tomorrow holding a full day program on outsourcing at Faridabad. It will soon come onto the boards. You can always see it from our website of CP committee and join it. I promise it will be a power-packed session, not only telling you what outsourcing is, but how you can do work in outsourcing how you can create a structure and empower of yourself in outsourcing. The second important area which needs our attention is technology. Technology has wide-ranging spectrums, ranging from blockchains to artificial intelligence, ranging from cloud compounding to Internet of Things, ranging from data analytics to robotics. We chartered accountants can do wonders here. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we chartered accountants can do wonders in this great area. We have to remain one thing, that as chartered accountants, we all have to work in tandem with the practices that have been set up by our great institute. Don't get disturbed. I am reminded again of a couplet which says, Nakar takdeer ka shikwa, Nakar takdeer ka shikwa, Muqaddar azmata ja. Nakar takdeer ka shikwa, Muqaddar azmata ja. Manzil khud ba khud aayegi nazar, kadam yu hi badhata ja. Keep moving, keep going. Profession may give an impression that it is at a standstill, but your movement shall ensure that the entire profession moves in tandem of your expectations. The third area where you can draw your hand is in forensics. Forensic accounting has been a foray, and your institute has been the first institute in this world to propound forensic accounting standards. Great area. I told I'm the chairman of Internal Standard Board. Yes, internal audit is a great area. Even public speaking, training and motivation is a great area. We have one of the very revered speakers, my younger brother, Neeraj Mittal, who shall speak on very pertinent topic, how you have to create value and worth in yourself, how you can work in tandem with the thought processes that have been laid down for you. I am very clear. The topic which he has to take is again one of the very interesting topics which says, think differently. Think differently, be original, be a best version of yourself. Yes, we need to improvise ourselves. We need to create greener pastures so that we are able to work. And I'm reminded of Swami Vivekananda. Somebody once asked Swamiji, he said, Swamiji, you have gone through Veda and Upanishads n numbers of times. Can you tell me in a line the gist of Veda and Upanishads? Swamiji smiled and said, my boy, in a line, I shall not only tell you the gist of Veda and Upanishads. I will tell you the entire concept on which our motherland India thrives. The words uttered by Swamiji are written in golden words in Indian history. Swamiji said, strength is life and weakness is death. This doesn't mean that from tomorrow onwards, you can go and pump iron in the gym. Here, zehni taqat. Mental strength is very, very important. To set up proper practice gauges, you need to have proper mental strength, which can help you stand even at times when you are down, when you are desperate, when you are depressed. Taking it forward, I would like to again quote about Shaheed Bhagat Singh. When Shaheed Bhagat Singh was hanged, the International Treaty of Prison says that a person can be hanged when the sun is rising. When Shaheed Bhagat Singh was hanged, the sun was not rising, the sun was not stagnant, it had set in. And you will all know that British Parliament is contemplating to issue an unconditional apology to the Parliament of Pakistan, because at that time it was India, but now it is a part of Pakistan where Shaheed Bhagat Singh was hanged. So when Shaheed Bhagat Singh knew that he was going to be hanged, he knew that he could not write. He was not allowed to write any letters because that created a lot of letters outside the jail. So he took up a small piece of coal. कोयले का टुकड़ा उठाकर एक इबारत लिखी जेल खाने की दीवार पे. क्या लिखा उस रण बाकुरे ने? उन्होंने लिखा, कुछ इस कदर मेरी फितरत से वाकिफ है मेरी कलम. कुछ इस कदर मेरी फितरत से वाकिफ है मेरी कलम. इश्क लिखना भी चाहूं तो इनकलाब लिखा जाता है. इश्क लिखना भी चाहूं तो इनकलाब लिखा जाता है. Please understand our thought, our level of strength. Our profession needs this type of competence and credence. Not taking much of a time, you know that all good things in life have to end. Our interaction also has to end. But I want to tell you one thing very candidly. Please venture into non-traditional fields. You will have more peace of mind, good compensation, relaxed working hours, and yet you'll feel proud to be a chartered accountant. We all have to ensure that our working ultimately ensures that the flag of our institute, Mother Institute, which was set up an Act of Parliament way back on 1st July 1949, flies at highest level, flies at unprecedented levels. I want to thank the CP committee, and although I'm emotional, but I understand that the committee has to keep on working. We promise, I have my chairman also on the board, both of us promise that the programs will have the same frequency as it is having. We'll have same star speakers like Mr. Rawal and Mr. Mittal, who would always come to work in this tandem. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for coming here in great numbers, and I compliment and request you to please go into different fields and let your practice flourish like anything on this earth. Thank you. Thank you so much. We shall meet again in the month of January. Bye-bye. Namaste. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now I will call CA Vinod Rawalji for giving us insights of Fcra and a brief profile about CA Vinod Rawalji. He is Fca, LLB, Diploma in TISA, and PQC in International Taxation. And apart from that, he has professional experience of 33 years in direct taxes and indirect taxes, handling direct and indirect tax litigation, Fcra, succession planning, trust and transfer pricing. And apart from that, he is partner of leading CA firm having branches at major cities of India. He was key economic analyst debater on news channels, NewsX, India News, Navtej TV, Prime TV, and A to Z News. And he is speaker, keynote speaker, columnist in leading newspapers and institutions. He is taking part in NGOs of India for social causes and charitable activities. And he's also former member of Sales Tax Advisory Committee, Government of NCT of Delhi, and Direct Tax Committee of NIRC of ICAI. So welcome, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Meeraji. Thanks a lot for the introduction, for this, your kind of humble words for me. Thank you very much for these loud words. Chairman Kamisha Soni, CP Committee. Vice Chairman Nandaji, my brother, as he has said, really is a true brother, I'm telling you. He's not only, he says everyone is a brother, for me he's a real brother. We are brother for different mothers. We know each other since long. Only he's the person who can quote in my last 50 seminars or webinars that I am from Sirsa, because he knows this background of me also. So thank you, Nandaji, and thank you. I'm connected with the roots. I don't want to leave that. CA Neeraj Mittal ji, my co-speaker. Rakesh Sisodia ji, Chairman Chittorgarh branch, as he has rightly said. Sir, I have connection with Rajasthan also. Rawals are there, so you can find me there in that way also. Balkishan ji, Balkishan Dat Sahab, however we came late. Mansukh ji, Ajit Tiwari ji, basically the secretary of CP committee of ICAI. I think he has done a lot of labor to catch me up and get the work done, because it's very tough to get the work done from the seniors, from the people of age. Senior does not mean I'm talking about the things, because everybody's there. Actually, it's very tough to speak after Nandaji, because it keeps the goal bar so high that you have to, the other player has to think, okay, am I here to contest this or not? So again, he has made me emotional that I was not aware of that this is the last webinar of CP committee of this current team. So my all the best to the whole team members. We wish the good people to come forward. Completely neutral, I'm saying that all the best, and who one is the best, we need to select them. Because I always say, and there was a WhatsApp message which was surrounding to each other, that Afghanistan is an example which says that you have to choose your leaders very wisely. If you don't choose your leaders wisely, you have to face this. You have to be on the wings of the aircraft. And if when I see this scene in 21st century, I remember of my forefathers of 1947. How the partition must have happened and how things happened. I think Nandaji will second me on this, that we can now feel the pain of my own grandparents. that how they must have shifted to this country and made their place. And today we are proud of our forefathers that we are sitting in front of the august people here. Really salute to them and salute to us. So anyway, in Nandaji's style, when he was quoting some couplet, I also found it on my phone immediately that I will also say something. So I'm saying one line out of it. It's a copied one, sir. I have searched it from somewhere. पढ़ाई चल रही है जिंदगी की, पढ़ाई चल रही है जिंदगी की, अभी उतरा नहीं है बस्ता हमारा. So we are still in a study mode, sir. So we are working on it. So I'm sharing my screen and let's come back on our topic. I think the time is very limited, so I don't think to be wasted here. So the topic assigned to me is Foreign Contribution Regulation Act 2010 as amended 2020. This is how this suddenly FCRA came into picture in last 1 or 2 years. Actually, in COVID, basically, we understood the meaning of charity. Earlier, we used to understand that charity is only the poor people demand and the rich man gives. But this COVID explained it to us that charity is not meant for poor only. You and me also must be demanding sometime. When they put our hands like this, we have to be on the other side of the table. We are in a recipient side. We have to demand. And we have to demand, then there are certain laws of the government which comes into picture. How it affects, how it goes on, that's a different story. But we have to be very careful by complying with the laws because it's not an easy job. So FCRA basically comes into picture whenever there is a foreign money, foreign contribution. Not only money, there is other assets also. So this act, if I go by the timeline, this was actually brought into picture in 1976. This law was enacted. At that time, it was only introduced during the emergency to keep track of foreign influence in social, political, economic, and religious decisions. So it was not so teedy. It was not having much teeth at that time. 84, there was some amendment. Finally, in 2010, this 1976 Act was repealed and a new act called as Foreign Contribution Regulation Act 2010. And the rules of that was formed. We all know, we all chartered accountants know that rules are basically formed later on. So it was in 2011, the rules were formed, and 2010, this act was brought into picture. But in 2020, this act got more teeth. As we all know that this government looks the whole scenario in a different way. So basically, they amended this law in a different way and they brought out certain amendments which made this law more stricter, more cumbersome for the people to abide by. And law is there. We are the law-abiding citizens. We have to follow that. And now, with that, whatever loopholes were there, that has been taken care of. So now I'm coming to the next slide. What's the objective of bringing this law? Why this act was brought up? We have to understand this is a financial legislation. And perhaps this is the only financial legislation which is being a financial legislation being handled by Ministry of Home Affairs. Basically, we chartered accountants are in the habit of looking at from the financial angles only. But in the next slides, you will find that it is not only a financial legislation, but we have to see from the Indian Penal Code, CRPC, Prevention of Corruption Act. We have to see so many other laws also before putting any of our attest function on this. Basically, we all chartered accountants do two types of functions, attest function and compliance function. Basically, it's an attest function. When we sign a balance sheet, we have to see whatever is mentioned there, we have to take care of that. But in this case, this is not a normal audit, my dear friends. You have to be very careful. You have to take care of this, that it is a national integration legislation. Basically, it is for the purpose of to regulate the acceptance of utilization of foreign contribution. This definition is not exactly verbatim of the object mentioned in the Act. I am mentioning it for the convenience for everybody. So I'm giving this disclaimer that it is taken, the important words has been taken from there. regulate the acceptance and utilization of foreign contribution or foreign hospitality by certain individual associations or companies. 2. Prohibit the acceptance and utilization of foreign hospitality or foreign contribution for any activities unfavorable to national interest and for matters relating to therewith or incidental thereto. So you will see that the object itself says that if any activity is unfavorable to national interest or any matter incidental to that, sorry, my dear friends, this FCRA comes into picture and it creates issues for the people who are violating it. Now, I will again say how suddenly we came to know, not only with the amendments, why chartered accountants started thinking on it. So this is the reason, my dear friends. A charter was issued in February 2021 by the ministry, by the government of India, central government in this case, which starts with attention of chartered accountants is especially drawn to the provisions of sections 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 and 24. This legislation is consisting of 54 sections. I will give you the structure in the next slide. But they have particularly said, dear chartered accountants, please read these sections very carefully before signing any report. Along with rules 4, 5, 9, 11, 13 and 17. At the end of my deliberation, at the closer of my deliberation, I will be taking you to these sections specially because these are the sections which need special attention of all of us. For that purpose, we are taking it. CAs may take note that advise that assist the association and NGOs accordingly. So whenever you are advising something, please take care. Now, what has to be taken care of? They are specifically mentioned it here. To verify whether the associations are eligible to receive foreign contribution. So we are the people who have to verify. The government will verify later on. They are saying verify yourself. To guide the applicant organization in submission of application for registration / prior permission. Guide the applicant whether they are eligible or not, they are prohibited, they are having some issues or not. Now comes to ensure that the association receives and utilizes the foreign contribution through its bank account exclusively opened for the purpose in accordance with the amended provisions. And the contribution is not deposited in or utilized from the bank account being used for domestic purposes. So very clearly mentioned that your utilization account, your receiving account, both has to be taken care of very carefully by the chartered accountants themselves. To assist means you are assisting now. In this case, only here this word assist comes. Nowhere in the Income Tax Act they use word assist, that we are not assisting to the client to making his accounts. But here he says to assist in the proper preparation and maintenance of prescribed books of accounts in accordance with the provisions of FCRA 2010 and FCRR 2011. To ensure that annual returns of the NGO have been prepared and uploaded in accordance with provisions of FCRA. We need to be more careful now, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, now, from few years now, all our IP addresses are being captured by the systems. So we cannot run away from there that we were not there. So we are being captured, our identity is being captured, we are being known to the government. Yes, this person has done this, so we cannot deny to that. Now, I'm coming to the next slide. As I told you, this is the structure of the law, which says it's a 54 sections law. It's a very small act. Preliminary sections are 1 to 2, regulation of foreign contribution and hospitality 3 to 10, registration considered 11 to 16, accounts are from 17 to 22. Basically, these are the sections, if you really see from the charter, these were being reported. Then inspection, search and seizure is 23 to 27, adjudication 28 to 30, and appeals and revision, it says 31 to 32, offenses 33 to 41, and miscellaneous is 42 to 54. I'm not spending much time here. These are the important definitions out of the act. What is it for? You will later on actually needing all these definitions, so I'm putting it here. What is foreign company? What is foreign contribution? What is foreign hospitality? What is foreign source? And who is a person who can take foreign contribution? So what is foreign company? Foreign company is a company which is as defined under section 379 of the Companies Act 2013. So you have to go back to the Companies Act to look at the definition of foreign company. Second part, limb of this says a company which is a subsidiary of a foreign company. So if first one comes in that 379, so its subsidiary is also covered. Then third comes the registered office or the principal of place of business of a foreign company referred to in is somewhere outside country. Then it's a multinational corporation. Then comes foreign contribution, which is a very important definition because the law itself is Foreign Contribution Regulation Act. What is foreign contribution? It means I'm spending some time on definitions. Later on, I will wrap it up fast. I think Madam Soni will permit me to be fast at that time, but I think now I need to spend some time on it. It means the donation, delivery or transfer made by any foreign source. So we have to see what is foreign source also. Of any article, not being an article given to a person, a gift for the personal use, that is exempted. If the market value in India of such article on the date of such gift is not more than such sum. So now this such sum is defined under the law, that under the rules, it says 1 lakh rupees. If you are given a gift by some foreign source to you, more than 1 lakh rupees, and he is your relative, and definition of relative is also there, 22 your side and 22 your spouse side. So 44 relations are there. If any of your relative has given you some foreign contribution, any gift which is for your personal use and it is beyond 1 lakh rupees, you have to report it to the Ministry of Home Affairs through the portal. Of any currency, whether Indian origin, basically it says it's an Indian or foreign. So Indian currency is also covered. If any foreign source is there, we will be looking at later on who is foreign source. And that will break a myth in the mind of you. Basically, that's a fear people are talking to us that if I'm getting 1 lakh rupees or more from my son, whether I have to report it. So we will see to it is needed or required or not. Of any security as defined under Securities Contract Act. Now, what does it include? This includes your indirect acceptance of foreign contribution also. Indirect means it is not coming directly to me, but any foreign source has given to someone, that gentleman is giving to me. That is knowing the intention is there that this donation, article or gift will be given to me only. In that is it. And the interest accrued on foreign contribution account is also foreign contribution and has to be utilized as per the law prescribed under Foreign Contribution Act 2010 as amended. Any other income. Now what that income can be? That income can be, again, I will say, rentals. Interest is already covered. Other incomes on that amount, when money can make money or asset can create some income for you, that is there. Only exclusion is there if you have received any amount or anything out of your fee or in ordinary course of your business, as we do all deal the exports and all that, export imports. So that is not foreign contribution. That is your business. Here we are talking about your contribution coming to you as a charity, as a gift. You have understood that. Now, there is a word foreign hospitality, which will be coming in later part, section 6 of this act. It means any offer, not being a purely casual one, made in cash or kind by a foreign source for providing a person with the cost of travel. Basically, कोई भी व्यक्ति जो आपको lodging, boarding देता है, to whom we will be coming later. This is the foreign source. Now, what is foreign source? Who can, कहाँ मेरी transaction हो तो I can be in trouble. It says government of any foreign country or territory. मुझे कोई country की सरकार कुछ देती है. International agency, foreign company, citizen of a foreign country. I will put a stress on it. Just I'm coming back to it. Company with more than 50% of foreign shareholding. Some of the sources appear to be foreign, but are exempted from the definition. United Nations, IMF, they all are exempted. World Bank and international agencies, as may be specified. I'm coming back to citizens of a foreign country and breaking a myth with this line. Basically, foreign source is only citizen of a foreign country. So any of your relative who has not adopted the citizenship of other country, who has not renounced the citizenship of India, अगर मैं दूसरे शब्दों में कहूं, मेरा नीला पासपोर्ट अगर उसके पास नहीं है, तो वो फॉरेन सोर्स है मेरे लिए. But if he is an Indian citizen, even if NRI, he is not a foreign source and does not fall under the definition of FCRA. So घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है, वो इसमें नहीं आता है, तो जो 1 लाख से ऊपर की इंटीमेशन है उसकी नहीं देनी है. But if your son, if your any spouse or any relatives as defined, अगर उन्होंने passport change कर लिया अपना, then it's a problem. Then it's a foreign source. Now, who can receive foreign contribution? Foreign contribution can be received by an individual, HUF, an association, a company registered under section 25, earlier under section 8. Earlier it was 12. Basically, now if you really see these 4 words, out of this is association word is there. Basically, this is more elaborated later on, and it does not spare anyone. Individual is very much clear. HUF is very much clear. Company is very much clear. Association. What is association now? It says 2 or more persons can form an association by resolving to act an association. अब वो registered है या नहीं है उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. They may be unregistered, तो भी चलेगा. Partnership firm, cooperative society, trade union, chit fund society, multi-state chit fund, company including its subsidiaries, all falls under the definition of association. So when you go back to person definition, so this association definition is not of 4 words. It includes lots of people here, lots of entities here. Now I'm coming next. Who are prohibited to take foreign contribution? No foreign contribution shall be accepted by a candidate for election. Candidate for election means this is not only the date of nomination. It is 180 days prior to that. So 180 days prior to that, if he has taken some foreign contribution, he has to inform it and he is in violation of that law. So correspondent, editor, columnist, cartoonist, public servant. This has been added now in 2020. It has been amended now. Public servant, judge, government servant of employee of any corporation or any other body controlled or owned by the government. Member of a legislation. You will see that at part A, it was only candidate. On part D, it says member of. जीत गए तो भी आओगे. Political party or its office bearers. It is not only the political party. This is basically no foreign contribution shall be accepted by any candidate for election. Any correspondent editor. So basically you will see that legislation, media, your administrative wing, all are debarred to accept this foreign contribution. So all are covered here. So all the 4 pillars of our democracy, basically they are covered in it. And they are debarred to accept this foreign contribution for anyone. They are not allowed. So you will see that this is the only way that all people has been stopped. Organization of a political nature as specified by central government. Association or company engaged in the production or broadcast. Actually, earlier it was a print media in 2010. Then later on with the invention of this audio video technology, we are here, AV, and now that web is coming, the Zoom has come. So now there are further amendments with the invention of time, with the invention of new technologies, basically they are amending it. So all correspondent, columnist, cartoonist, editor, owner of the association. So basically what they are doing, directly or indirectly, ऐसा नहीं कि मैं बोल दूं मेरे तो रिपोर्टर ने लिए थे जी मेरा क्या मतलब है, and indirectly you are using it. So basically they have stopped everyone to take this foreign contribution for anyone to save the, and we all will be happy to note that this is only for the purpose of national integration, which is the power of our democracy, and we cannot think of at any cost. We don't want to at least anyone to look at our ways. As Nandari was saying that मैं इश्क भी लिखता हूं तो इंकलाब बनता है. तो हम सब, मैं तो वैसे भी चित्तौड़गढ़ को एड्रेस कर रहा हूं तो आई थिंक उसके बाद कुछ बचता नहीं है बाकी, क्योंकि वो तो धरा ही कुछ और है. Then there are restrictions. Exceptions are there. There are certain exceptions on which this FCRA does not apply. If I get a salary, how this is FCRA? So they have clarified it. Okay, salary, wages, other remuneration. Forget about it. Any business I am doing, okay, ordinary course of business. Agent of a foreign source. मैं कुछ काम कर रहा हूं, सब मैं वहां हूं, उनका एजेंसी मैंने ले रखी है, फॉरेन सोर्स होगा, मैं काम करता हूं, उसके पैसे मिलते हैं. By way of gift or presentation made to me as a member of Indian delegation. If I'm going in a delegation and that foreign government gives me some award or something, as my ICAI gives some mementos or something. So this is not every time no one can declare it. This is to avoid that it has been done. From relative, as I've already told you, it is up to a such sum, up to some amount it is permitted. After that, it has to be done by complying with the law. Again, it's saying that any remittance comes. Earlier, it was saying in course of international trade. Now, says any amount advances comes or something by way of any scholarship stipend. We all know that there are certain scholarships. Manmohan Singh scholarship is there in Cambridge. We have other colleges also which give scholarships to us, our students, brilliant students who get it. So they have been accepted. They have been exempted. They are not comes under this definition. Now there are certain restrictions. It says no member of legislation, office bearer of a political party, judge or government servant, employee of any corporation. Now this corporation means all PSUs. So no one is exempted out of it. So they are restricted. If they have got something, they have to inform it and deposit it there. It's not your money, my dear friend. It is not your, and you have to do it with. They are the, वो तो हमारे my lord है, भगवान है, कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. उनसे permission ले, we can do anything. Then all laws goes on inside. Now section 6 says, provided that it shall not be necessary to obtain any such provision for an emergency need. अगर कोई bureaucrat, कोई नेताजी बाहर गए, any judges is abroad on a trip, on an official trip or on a personal trip, and if something goes wrong with him, he got medical support there from any of his, no doubt only connection will help them. In this case, permission nahi chahiye. You have to intimate while after coming back within 30 days. But the thing is, now any association, any person, the definition of which has already been explained, if they have received some foreign contribution only, for that purpose only for which it has been taken, and there is some unleft amount, there is a remaining amount or there's some amount, they cannot transfer it to other FCRA. Earlier it was permitted. From one FCRA to other FCRA it was permitted. Earlier also there was a condition only FCRA to FCRA was there. But now even that cannot be done. So this is basically administrative expenses is now 20%. Earlier it was 50%. So there are amendments, latest amendments in 2020. So now there is another amendment of opening of FCRA account. Actually under any legislation, we will not find that government is imposing a condition to open a bank account with a particular bank, and not only with a particular bank, with a specified branch also. So basically, State Bank of India, Parliament Street branch is the authorized branch to open your FCRA account. And with that branch, basically, now they are taking much time because Delhi High Court has already directed to them that whosoever applies to you, open their bank accounts within 10 days. So now they have given a SOP, complete their documents, send it to them. They have given their emails and all that structure is there. So their phone numbers are there for the branch, the people. There is a FCRA section now completely who basically will be taking care of all this. So within 10 days, your bank account gets opened. If there is some document deficiencies there, they will ask you. An amendment in this section 12A, now Aadhaar number is very much mandatory. Actually, this government loves Aadhaar very much. So basically, they don't want to leave this Aadhaar word from anywhere. I think isi pe sab Aadhaar hai. So basically now for all the members, all the executive members, basically they have to give Aadhaar numbers is mandatory now. So it has to be added to that. Then section 13 has been amended, which says earlier it was 180 days. Now for 360 days, any institution, organization, person can be suspended. This voluntary surrender of certificate earlier was not there. This has been added now. Now renewal of certificate, actually it is equivalent to the same thing as for the normal registration. So I'm now coming to the registration part. So basically registration, there are of two types of registration in FCRA. One is normal registration. There are certain conditions for that, under which you can get your FCRA registration as a normal society, normal person. And there is a prior permission concept also. Now, if you are just planning to have only one transaction or two transactions and don't want to make it a regular one, the people does not say. Like in this case of COVID, some people sent for one. It was exception situation for everyone. So that stuff came to us, money came to us, and for that prior permission was very much required. But frankly speaking, there are lots of violations in that. And now it is time we have to see to our clients' bank accounts while filing your tax returns also, if there is any violation of that type. If money for more than 1 lakh rupees has come into their bank accounts from the foreigners, the persons who are not citizen of India, from the institutions which comes under the definition of foreign source. So before auditing, normal auditing, just take care of this also, so that they are not in trouble and we are also not in trouble. So what are the conditions for registration for a normal one? Society registration or any company or any registration is there. Reasonable contributions by the institution undertaking in the chosen field. If they want education, it's okay. If you want anyone, it's okay. Now there is one more condition for normal registration. It is 15 lakhs rupees spending in last 3 years. Now people generally ask a question. Actually, there will be question answer session later on. So I'm just putting some of the questions at rest. That it is not in 1 year. In last 3 years, he talks about 15 lakhs. Mandatory to file statements of the last 3 years, duly audited by a chartered accountant. Now, there is prior permission also. In case of prior permission, basically, the important document is the specific commitment letter from the donor. I want to give this contribution to this association, to this society, to this person. And for what purpose? And there are certain restrictions. It should not look like your own concern. There are certain restrictions on the number of members in board here and number of members in the donor, so that it is not closely held. So basically, otherwise, it is not a donor-donor relation. It will become something else. So basically, not to avoid money laundering and all that. And the money is not used for any kind of activities, basically, which hamper, which disturb the peace and harmony of my country. So that they are not permitting. Now there is a condition that he cannot be the chief functionary and all that. I'm not giving much details on that. So what are the requirements? So any person who wants to deal into foreign contribution has to get registered. No one without registration can work on it. Otherwise it's a clear violation, and I will be coming to the offenses and penalties in the later part of my presentation. What is the eligibility criteria? I told you this is trust registered, society registered, section 8 company. Entity must not be prohibited in any form earlier. There's a prohibited list. I'm coming ahead. Foreign contribution accepted shall not endanger the life or safety of any individual or shall not lead to any offense. And the applicant must be registered as NPO, set up with charitable objectives for serving the society by promoting health, education, economic development, promotion of what? Culture, religion, sports, etc. Religion also is covered in it. But religion also, it does not permit conversion and all that. So it creates a problem for them. So basically there are, in last, I think 2016 or 2017, 19,000 registrations were cancelled out of 49,000. And it's not a small number if you really see the total number of 49,000. So I'm going ahead. This all I have already explained, so I'm rushing from it. Now this is registration rules, bank account SBI. Now I'm coming to registration procedure. We chartered accountants who can handle GST, I think it's a very small thing for us to open the website, log in into creating a login. Actually, Darpan ID is mandatory. So I'm just coming to that for a second first and then coming here. I will be playing with my, yes. First of all, before going to Darpan, to Fcra registration, you have to go to Darpan. Darpan is a Niti Aayog registration, basically. Whosoever wishes to have grant from Government of India, he has to register himself on Niti Aayog website. Niti Aayog website, you have to go to Darpan and get it registered. Just apply there. So their procedure is there, preparation of documents. These are the documents basically required. Copy of certificate of registration, PAN card and PAN and Aadhaar card of any 3 members of the executive committee. So before proceeding to FCRA, we have to go to Darpan first, apply there online. They will send you a registration number, and that number has to be used for FCRA. Now this is FCRA. We have to make our own login ID by getting the OTPs and all that. अभी तो आदत ही पड़ गई है OTP की, शायद रात को नींद में भी OTP दिखाई देते हैं. These are only forms of foreign contribution. FC1 is intimation of receipt of foreign contribution by way of gift. As I told you, for more than 1 lakh rupees, it has to be done. Then application for seeking prior permission, FCR registration, then FCRA prior permission, application for renewal is FC3C, intimation is annual return where our roles comes, change of name or address, we have to intimate. Like in trust, this is 10AB form has been defined. Similarly here also it's a form. Change of nature, aims and objects has to be intimated within 30 days. Change of designated bank branch, bank account number, FC6C. Now whosoever will be opening their bank accounts with State Bank of India has to fill this form also. Online, earlier it was offline, so we used to write a letter to them and we were saying, "Aur sab bhej diya." Now it has to be done online, and believe me, for 24 to 48 hours their approval comes to us. If it is not there, there is a problem for you. Change in original key members, if any changes in the key members, application for surrender of certificate of registration. Now this FC7 has been added. Earlier it was up to 6 only. So this is normal how to do. What are the documents required for FCRA registration? Is registration certificate, memorandum of association, article of association of trust deed, details of activities for last 3 years. Actually, this has to be mentioned very carefully and very smartly, because this is, as I told you, this is a MHA legislation. This is being taken care by Ministry of Home Affairs. अगर मैं दूसरे शब्दों में कहूं तो इसको पुलिस की नजर से देखा जाता है तो गलत नहीं होगा. So how police works, how they think out of the box. The name of the today's program is out of the box. And out of the box thinking is, it is not only up to this that the voucher is entered and we are auditing it. We are giving the activities. No, sir. You have to check whether the beneficiaries are existing or not. कहीं वो fodder scam वाला हाल ना हो जाए कि पता लगा two-wheeler पे ही हम सब कुछ लाद दिया. So there are things which has to be taken care of. Audited accounts for last 3 years. And registration certificate under section 12A. Now it is also being, date has been extended to 31st March 2022. So these are the documents required. This is renewal of registration basically. Similar documents are there at the time of renewal. Because here also at the time of original, they are asking for 3 years documents. They are not permitting you the fresh one as is being done under section 12AB of Income Tax Act. Here, you have to be existing. If you are going for prior permission, the situation is different. In that case, you have to take specific commitment letter from the donor, and that letter has to be given here. That money can come in installments. But when the second installment will be permitted to be brought in this country, only when the first has been utilized. So, utilization is also very important. This is very important now. So, this is how the documents has to be uploaded. There is a size of the document. So as we all know that we are struggling with that. Now the person of my age does not know how the size of the document is reduced, but I think Meeraji can do it very fast and can reduce it for me anytime. So entities not eligible for FCRA registration are basically those fictitious or Benami entities. Fictitious and Benami chalta hi nahi hai sab. Jamta hi nahi hai. No way. बात ही नहीं सकते. How we can permit a fictitious entity when the legislation is being taken care by Ministry of Home Affairs? How it is possible? Applicant indulging in unfair activities. The third one, see criminal applications and convicted applicants. You have to choose your members wisely. If any of your member is stuck up in any of the case, right or wrong, we don't comment here. But that will be a risk for you for getting FCRA permission, FCRA registration. Entity engaged in violent activities. Basically, if any entity is engaged in violent activities, not permitted. Entity utilized contribution for different reasons, for wrong reasons. Debarred entities, already debarred, accepting the prejudice of the entities. Anyone who is keeping a finger on the sovereignty of this country, उसकी उंगली को तोड़ दिया जाएगा. Goes against public interest. Nowhere it is permitted. Not at all. So these are the entities which are there. Now I'm coming to the other part. What are the consequences for not doing? Basically, why we are reading this? This is consequences. I'm coming to section 13 and 14. Consequences is, I told you that suspension is there. Earlier it was 180 days. Now after amendment it is 360 days. Even if it's under suspension, you are permitted to utilize 25% of foreign fund. If it is lying in the bank, you can use it. Foreign fund, you can use it. Before suspending any organization, the department shall record the reason in writing. However, provision of opportunity of being heard is not provided. It is not provided. Again and again, I'm saying this. This is the Ministry of Home. Natural justice की बात बाद में करेंगे. In Income Tax Act, we talk about reason to believe, and reason to suspect has no place under Income Tax Act. But under Fcra, there is a reason to suspect. If there is a suspicion also, the officer can suspend your organization immediately. This is a ground here. This is under law, it is permitted reason to suspect. Section 14 says cancellation. The certificate can be cancelled if the holder of the certificate has made a statement in relation to the applicant. Any incorrect, wrong statement. Sorry, no way. The holder of the certificate has violated any of the terms and conditions of the certificate. Any of the terms and conditions. There are conditions mentioned on it. Holder has not been engaged. He is not saying has been engaged in any unfair. He is saying has not been engaged in any reasonable activity. See how different is the definition here. It says the holder of the certificate you have to prove that I am not engaged. They are not. It means reason to suspect. Again, I'm saying that's the reason it is there. Then comes custody of funds in the event of cancellation. You will feel that in case of cancellation, the custody of funds, the respective banking authority will become the custodian within 48 hours of cancellation. The officer will be deputed later on, but the funds immediately, the bank manager becomes the custodian. He will not permit that money to go out of the bank account. Now, if funds has been transferred to any NGO after cancellation, if there is a smartness by anyone, he transfers his funds to any other NGO, to anyone, his accounts also will be frozen immediately. हमने सुना होगा सारे बैंक accounts उन institutions के freeze कर दिए गए. I'm not taking the names for the sake of the privacy, for the sake of the matters are sub judice somewhere, or because the people are under appeal. So lots of bank accounts are freeze. We see the headlines of the newspapers. That power comes from here. All other assets of the organization shall go to the interim custody of the district magistrates. Properties and all that assets will go to the district magistrate immediately. No one is allowed to sell or use that property for that. May also sell the assets if the funds are not available for running the activity. Now see the beauty of this act. They are not stopping the activities. They are not stopping the actions. They don't want to spoil the activities. If somebody is running a suppose child home or a old age home, they are not stopping it. They are saying assets बेच देंगे, but activity will continue. This is here the intention of the law comes. You don't do anything wrong, we will also not do anything wrong. But if you do any one thing wrong, we are not going to spare you, we'll kill you. Now I'm coming to that part of the charter. If you remember, I told you at the beginning that there is a charter which talks about the sections. If you really go through the sections of that, I'm coming to that. It talks about section 4, 5, 9, 11, 13 and 17. Now, what is section 4? Section 4 we have already discussed. Persons to whom this act does not apply. We have already discussed salary, wages and all that. Normal business and all that. Section 5 is procedure to notify an organization of a political nature. May not be of much use to us, but if we are dealing with some society who is into political nature, so if any organization is of a political nature, that is covered here. Then there is section 9. Power of central government to prohibit receipt of foreign contribution in certain circumstances. Now, if somebody comes to me for auditing or some other advisory, I have to see whether he has been permitted by central government somewhere. I can go ahead. Now comes section 11. 11 was relating to registration. We have already discussed. Now I'm coming to section 13. 13 is suspension. We have already gone through. 14 is not there, but 14 also has to be taken care of, but that comes into picture later on. Now comes section 17. Basically, 17 is very core to our heart, very close to our heart. It is accounting and auditing. जिसके लिए हम सब पैदा हुए, हमारा जन्म ही इसीलिए हुआ है. Section 17, 18, 19, 20. And 17 says foreign contribution through scheduled bank. So that is State Bank of India. Now, what does it say? This is another myth I'm breaking here today, and a solution to a question. You can receive contribution only through State Bank of India. But whatever banks you are holding right now or you want to open later on for your convenience, that you can open to utilize that foreign contribution. What you can do, foreign contribution comes to State Bank of India. Once it is received there, once it has been cleared by State Bank of India, after that, you can transfer it to your utilization bank and you can use that money into your own city. But believe me, you have to maintain separate books of accounts. I'm coming to the other part of the slide. You'll be seeing it. So you can have many accounts for utilization, but one account for receiving it. And bank will also report within 48 hours of any foreign contribution received by them. So it's a two-way communication. Society will also, the person will also intimate, the bank will also intimate. So both will correlate to each other. I have 5, 7, 10 minutes for me. Miraji?
So, I think...
Will I take 5 to 7 minutes on that, on wrapping up?
So, I think, what Ajit sir, you say?
Can I take 5 to 7 minutes more? I have that.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Then section 18 says, I'm running forward. Don't worry, we have already covered most of the things, so it is not a major part of that because it's a repetition of that. Section 18 is intimation by the person to the central government as bank has informed. Section 19 says, you have to keep separate books of accounts for receiving and utilization. It is not your domestic books of account. So please don't mix both. I will be coming do's and don'ts in the next slide. Audit of accounts. This is not auditing by us, section 20. This is by the department. The central government will conduct audit if you fail to furnish information, fail to give intimation, suo motu by themselves, no complaint required by them, no complaint to be required by them. And this audit will be by Group A officer, and he can enter in any premises from the normal 10 to 7, sunrise and sunset. And then comes section, 22. 22 says if the person ceases to exist or defunct, CG will pass an order to dispose of assets. It is not like that कि वो करेगा. If the institution is defunct, it has gone, the CG will pass an order. Then these are offenses and penalties. I can spend few minutes on it, not much on that. Basically, giving false information, seek registration prior, imprisonment up to 6 months. In this case, you will see in most of the cases, there's an imprisonment as well as fine or both. Contravention of prohibition under section 10, imprisonment 3 years. Person accepts or resists, imprisonment 5 years. Fine both. Article or currency or security liable to be confiscated but no longer available. गायब कर दिया आपने. Fine up to 5 times the value of article. मतलब जिसको कहते हैं ना, नंदा जी हैं यहाँ पे कि जान से मार देंगे. तो मतलब कुछ छोड़ेंगे नहीं उसके अंदर. Contravention for which no other penalty is specified. No other penalty act में prescribed नहीं है. But हमें लगा कि you have done some contravention, imprisonment up to 1 year. Person convicted second time of any offense under section 35 or 37. Not to any foreign contribution for a period of 5 years from the date of subsequent conviction. वो तो करेंगे ही करेंगे आपके साथ जो ऊपर वाला है. So now this comes. These are some compounding of offenses. अगर पहले वाली गलती किसी से हो गई है जाने या अनजाने में, जाने में तो छोड़ेंगे नहीं, अनजाने में मेंस रिया नहीं है, तो ये पेनल्टी आपको पेनल्टी भी प्रिस्क्राइब्ड है कंपाउंडिंग के अंदर. and the officer who will do it, and with an amount of 3,000 rupees, you can file a compounding application. Section 37, 1 lakh rupees, this penalty will be imposed for non-filing, and this is all. I'm not going into much detail in this. So now I'm coming to last part of my deliberation, that is FCRA dues. For seeking FCRA registration, please do not obtain Darpan IDs. First, as I told you, upload documents electronically, pay application fee. This is 10,000 rupees. Have a definite cultural, economic, educational object program. Have undertaken reasonable activity in last 3 years. Open a dedicated FCRA bank account with State Bank of India. Intimate additional bank accounts. Place the audited accounts for 3 years. Maintain a separate set of accounts and records. Apply to the central government 6 months before. Now I'm talking about renewal. 6 months before it is expiring. To intimate any change in Form 6C, you cannot go that. Now this is don'ts. Don't says do not mix foreign contribution with domestic receipts. Do not approach any middleman. There are lots of middlemen who comes to you. We will get it registered. Believe me, no one can enter that premises even. Deviate from the purpose of the grant. For the purpose this money was given to you, please use for that only. Do not use ATM or debit cards because that does not give you the purpose and you will be in trouble. Do not encourage. Don't take that way that encourage cash. मोदी जी 8 नवंबर 16 को भाइयों बहनों कर गए थे, बस उस दिन खत्म हो गया. कैश एनकरेजमेंट की बात, it's over. Do not encourage. Do not invest your foreign contribution funds in mutual funds or speculative investments. Do not. No speculative activities. If you go by the rules as given in the charter, you will find it's a speculative. Do not transfer foreign contribution funds to unregistered. Ab to chhod dijiye to. You can remove it because you cannot transfer it to anyone now. You cannot do it even to the registered one also. So we will also be removing this. Utilize foreign contribution for administrative purposes more than the specified limit. Do not accept foreign contribution without prior permission or having a registration. Do not accept foreign contribution during suspension. Do not accept FC during cancellation. Do not accept foreign contribution in any other bank account other than State Bank of India, Parliament Street, New Delhi branch. Do not avoid filing mandatory annual returns. Immediately you will be put under suspension, and believe me, it is not an easy job. There are lots of cases lying on our table in which suspension has been done and it's जिसको कहते हैं ना हालत खराब हो गई है, कोई सुनने को तैयार नहीं है, कोई उसके अंदर नहीं सुनता. 19,000 ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में से 5-6 हजार लोग परेशान हैं, वापस नहीं मिल पा रहा है उनको. रीजन सिर्फ यही है, they were warning them to file the returns, they were not doing. Do not indulge in making of false statement. Do not deliver any article, currency or security obtained in contravention. Act in contravention of any provisions of FCRA Act. This is from my side. This registration is for 5 years, normal registration. So you can utilize that. So any questions, I'm open for that. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be in front of my own colleagues, my friends who are into this profession. And this is a wonderful aspect. It's a very small act. Anybody, as Nanda ji was saying, that anybody can do it. तो सवाल ये है कि I will say one more couplet for, क्योंकि नंदा जी इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे है तो मुझे फिर हिंदी में कुछ कहना पड़ेगा. जिंदगी के दरिया में बेझिझक उतर जाओ. जिंदगी के दरिया में बेझिझक उतर जाओ. डूबने का डर तुमको तैरना सिखा देगा. So with this, I put my voice at end. Thank you very much.
Sir, I have some questions from the audience side. If you allow me.
Yeah. Yes.
Sir, first is, if FCRA bank account could not be opened in SBI New Delhi before 30th June, so application for account opening was made in March 2021. Can the association avoid payment of penalty in filing of annual FC return of 2019-20?
No, filing of annual return is something different. Your now renewal is something different. So you have to file your annual return. The time has already gone for 1920. Penalty has to be paid for that. There is two different parts of it. That's a compliance part. This is the amendment under the law. So you have to open a bank account. Even if you have not opened up to 30th of June, you are not allowed to accept foreign contribution now. So open it first, file your renewal, and go ahead.
Okay, sir. And if IFRS applicable for receiving foreign contributions for which entities?
I couldn't understand. What is this IFRS?
See, they're asking ki IFRS applicable for and if applicable for which entities? Like they have to.
I couldn't understand what they mean by IFRS.
Okay, so then we will move.
Yes, you have to explain what is this IFRS.
See, they are asking basically what I'm getting from it is that if somebody is receiving foreign contribution,
yes.
So if they have to go according to IFRS or no need, because they will be not.
No, there is no. It's a separate legislation.
No, it's separate. Yeah,
it's a separate legislation.
And sir, if due to delay in opening of SBI account, SBI account line has paid penalty for late filing of annual return for financial year 2019-20, whether we can apply for refund?
No, nothing. No way. No procedure of refund. Sir, refund to GST में भी नहीं मिलता. आप CRA में ढूंढ रहे.
Okay. Sir, and now since designated bank account is mandatory, whether funds received before the amendment will be transferred by opening a new designated account?
No, that is lying under utilization bank account. Already you have followed the law at that time. That was prevalent at that. This is not retrospective.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. It was wonderful.
Very few questions. I was hoping more. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now I will invite CA Vaibhav Somani ji, Treasurer Chittorgarh branch of CIRC of ICAI for vote of thanks. So please. Vaibhav Somani ji. So Rakesh ji, I think Vaibhav ji, you have to take again, please. I will request you to give a vote of thanks.
आज विनोद जी रावल साहब ने FCRA पर बहुत ही बढ़िया डेलिब्रेशन हम सबको दिया है, क्योंकि हमारा ये प्रैक्टिसिंग एरिया नहीं है, फिर भी क्योंकि हमारे चित्तौड़गढ़ के बिहार से मैं बोलूं तो यहाँ सांवरिया सेठ का बहुत बड़ा मंदिर है, टेम्पल है, वहाँ फॉरेन कंट्रीब्यूशन रिसीव होता है और वहाँ उनको रिक्वायरमेंट इसकी FCRA की रिक्वायरमेंट रहती है। साथ ही अनेक NGOs यहाँ कार्य कर रहे हैं, उनको भी FCRA की जरूरत रहेगी। मेरे हिसाब से आज जो जिन पार्टिसिपेंट्स ने भाग लिया उनके लिए बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण वेबिनार साबित होगी। विनोद जी रावल साहब का मैं चित्तौड़गढ़ की मीरा की भक्ति जहाँ से चित्तौड़ मीराबाई की भक्ति के लिए प्रसिद्ध है, भक्ति नगरी कहलाती है, उस जन्माष्टमी के दिन में आपका विनोद जी रावल का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद एवं आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ कि उन्होंने अपना महत्वपूर्ण समय चित्तौड़गढ़ ब्रांच CA साथियों को दिया। धन्यवाद। थैंक यू
सर। थैंक यू सो मच। So now I will invite CA Neeraj Mittal ji. CA Neeraj Mittal ji is a fellow member of ICAI and an MBA graduate. He is in practice in this profession for the past 11 years. He has been a speaker, a trainer for over 10 years in the field of direct tax, indirect tax, and financial reporting of various organizations and companies. He is a visiting faculty of NIRC and CIRC of ICAI. He has inspired many members, students on the subject public speaking and personality development in various branches of ICAI. He is awarded Prerna Award by the Sarv Seva Karya Smiti of Human Rights Council of India. He is awarded a certificate of appreciation for best trainer by the NIRC and CIRC of ICAI. And he has been an active participant and speaker in various seminars and conferences of ICAI. And CA Neeraj Mittal sir has addressed more than 1,700 sessions organized by ICAI, ICSC, ICAI and EPFO. It's great to have you, sir. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Meera Bhatia ji. I think Rakesh Shishodia ji want to say something. I think so. Yes, sir, you want to say something?
एक्चुअल में क्या है, वैभव सोमानी इज देयर, उनका वीडियो था, वो इंट्रोडक्शन के लिए आपका वेट कर रहे थे. चलो मीरा जी भाटिया जी दे दिया, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. वैभव जी सोमानी.
सर नहीं, अभी आई थिंक यू कैन इंट्रोडक्शन तो जितनी आई थिंक नीरज सर की का एक काम है, एंड विनोद सर का भी. आई थिंक वैभव जी, यू कैन डेफिनेटली सर, वी विल लव टू हियर यू. वैभव जी, I think
Vaibhav ji, if you want to say something, then please welcome.
Please, sir.
Yes, sir, I'm here. Yes, sir. A very good afternoon to all. On behalf of Chittorgarh branch of CIRC of ICAI, I would like to thank our today's speaker, CA Vinodji Rawal, for enriching the knowledge of our members on the topic of insights of Fcra. I hope this session will clear the technical issues faced by our members while dealing foreign contribution related matters. Further, I would like to thank Chairman CPE Committee CA Kamisha Soni ji and Vice Chairman CA Charanjot Singh ji Nanda for their quick support in organizing the VCM at a very short notice. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, sir, over to you, Meera sir.
Okay, Meera ma'am. Thank you so much for welcoming me. And good evening, everyone. Good evening to all. Let me share one thing in starting before going over to my today's conversation. Before this day, I never could have imagined that on the birthday of Sri Krishna, I will get an opportunity to speak up about the topic, which topic was taught by Sri Krishna to Arjun, being a best version of yourself in the battleground of Kurukshetra. So I'm very thankful to the CPE committee of ICAI. And they gave me this beautiful opportunity to speak up about the beautiful topic on a very holy day. And let me thanks to CA Kamisha Soni ma'am, chairperson of the CPE committee of ICAI, and my elder brother, my mentor, and very close to my heart, CA Charanjot Singh Nanda ji, vice chairman of the CPE committee of ICAI. And yes, we have with us Rakesh Shishodia ji. Actually, he is from Chittorgarh branch of CIRC of ICAI. Rakesh ji, when I got to know about you, so I feel very lucky because your land, your Chittor has been land of worship for Meera, as you told me. And today is the birthday of Krishna. So I feel very lucky to meet you. And my co-speaker, CA Vinod Rawal ji, I'm damn sure that his deliberation makes your evening a very beautiful evening, and definitely his knowledge just grace and just enhance your scope of thinking. And yes, I think Ajit Tiwari is also there. As Vinod ji earlier told us about that, without Ajit ji, that program cannot be happen. He is the man of the match, and he's the great man of this CP committee of ICAI. And yes, not the last, this is the last but not the least, my good friend Meera Bhatia, actually able moderator of this evening. So Meera ji, thank you so much. You people gave me this opportunity on a very holy day. And I do apologize if I don't name anyone, because I think from Chittorgarh we have the secretary and treasurer. Actually, I do apologize with folded hand if I don't name anyone, because there are so many respected members are over there. So I'm very thankful to everyone. Let's start this topic. This is beautiful topic. Be yourself, being the best version of yourself. Isn't it true that all of us who want to stay fit and healthy are very cautious and conscientious about the quality and the quantity of the food we eat? And some of us may eat the right quality of the food, but not in the wrong quality. Right quantity, but in the wrong quality. Eat too less, you may end up becoming a weak, and eat too much, you may end up becoming obese. Some of us may eat the right quantity, but in the wrong quality. But right quality and in the wrong quantity. So I think it also could lead to health issues too. So good health is a consequences of a balanced diet, the right quality and the right quantity. So Meeraji, if you want to be mentally fit, mentally well, emotionally stable, intellectually fit, and spiritually stable, so then definitely we need to have a balanced diet for these inner aspects of our life also. So today's topic is about best inner aspects of the life. That is the being a best version of yourself. Be yourself. According to Hindu mythology and astrology, the current universe is destined to pass through the four great yugas, four great epochs. If I talk to, that is the Satyug and Treta Yug and Dwapar Yug, and last is Kali Yug. We are living in Kali Yug. And Rakesh ji, whenever you go to buy any house, so definitely you will check the environment over there. Meera ji, whenever you will go to buy any home, buy any house, definitely she will check what is the environment over there, what are the people over there. So as we are living in Kali Yug, so we will check the environment of this Yug. So before going over to the Kali Yug, we need to understand the Sati Yug. So please believe me, understand me. What is Satyug? What is the beauty of Satyug? Satyug, if I talk about the beauty of Satyug, in that Yug, in that time, in that era of the time, actually there were two loks. One is Devlok, second is Asur Lok. And deities have to fight. Deities had to fight. They had to travel to fight with the evil forces from one lok to another lok. That is the beauty of that lok, because our enemy was very far away from us. That is the beauty of that Yug. That is the beauty, that is the truth of that Yug. So if I talk about the beauty of the Treta, that is the beauty of Treta, that was the second Yug. And literally it was a third Yug. And if actually Treta got an opportunity with God, that I want to be on second number. So what is the beauty of Treta Yug? If I talk about Treta, that is the beauty that bad powers and good powers both are living in a one lok. See our Ramchandra ji and Ravan. Actually, Ramchandra ji have to fight with Ravan in a one lok, in a one place. They don't have to fight more far away from that place. Actually, that is the beauty of this place. What is the beauty? That our enemy is very close to us. So we have to fight with our enemy that is not far away as compared to Satyug. If I talk about Dwapar, in Dwapar, the bad powers, the evil forces and the good powers were living in the same family, Meeraji. They were living in the same family. Actually, Kauravas and Pandavas, evil forces were there in the same family. Actually, that was the beauty of the Dwapar, that we have to fight. They had to fight in the same family to beat up the evil forces. They were living in the same family. What is the beauty of Kali Yug? So that is the today's topic. What is the beauty of Kali Yug? Kali itself, about the tomorrow. If I something said about the Kali Yug, Kali Yug is tomorrow. Kali Yug is the Kal. It's denote Kal. So it is the tomorrow. Nobody bother about the present. That is the beauty of Kali Yug. Nobody bother about the present. Nobody bother about the today. Everybody is just going away. Everybody just going to the running to the Kali Yug. Kali. That is the tomorrow. What is the beauty of this Yug? This is the beauty that the bad powers and good powers both are in ourselves. Actually, both are in ourselves. We don't have to meet up from one lok to another lok, in a same lok or in a same family. They are in ourselves. Rakesh ji, these both powers are with us, bad and as well good powers. हमें खुद ही से जीतना है, हमें खुद ही को हराना है. हम औरों की परवाह क्या करें जब हमारे अंदर जमाना है. Because both the powers with us, good powers are with us and bad powers are with us. So what we have to do? So what is the topic? The original. Just explore the bestest thing in yourself. Best things in yourself. That is about the today's topic. The original. Be yourself. What is best in you? You have to discover. You have to explore the best thing in you, because all bad things also in you. So इधर खुदा है चाहे इधर खुदा है, हम तो अपनी अदा पे खुद भी फिदा है. Actually, firstly, you have to do self-love. Firstly, you have to do self-respect. If you want to understand what is the beauty of yourself, what is the best in yourself, you have to self-respect. Once upon a time, I know it was a rainy season. So I'm a very crazy person about the life. As Meeraji told about me, that Neeraj Mittal sir has taken 1700 sessions. And after being all the sessions, Meeraji, I'm very simple sober. And I need a simple life. So I know that day, I got to remember that day. That day, I know it was a rainy season. And I told to my wife that I'm going to terrace. Actually, I want to enjoy rain. So my wife said to me, why are you going to terrace? Because definitely there will be 2 or 3 raindrops only. No rain over there. Observe me. And then she replied me, don't go over there. But I'm very crazy person. I said already, I already told you. And I just ran to get the rain. I ran to get the rain. So whenever I reached over there, when I reached to the terrace, and Rakesh ji, what happened with me? Actually, there was no rain. There was no rain over there. It was a rainy season only. So I just was observing, just seeing to sky. I was saying there is no rain. And suddenly there was 2 or 3 raindrops on my face. Suddenly. Actually, I felt very happy that time. And after that, I just downstairs. And as I came to downstairs, so I just take the shower. And after that, I got my towel. And I said to my wife, Maja aa gaya. Maja aa gaya. Then my wife said to me, what Maja aa gaya? What is this? Actually, there was no rain. I know. Why are you making fool of me? Full of mind. There was no rain over there. Then I said, मन खुश है तो 2 बूंद भी बरसात है, वरना दुखी मन के आगे तो मेरी जान समुंदर की भी क्या औकात है. I was happy. Rain is not the reason to get the happiness and sadness. Rain was my desire. I want to enjoy the rain. I wanted to enjoy. But I will not say that due to rain, I will get the sadness or I will get the happiness. I took the shower that time, and after that I felt like a rain. So whatever I'm trying to say, but I want to say that be yourself. If you were to ask my mother, my wife, and will ask what drives me crazy, then my mother will say that he is very crazy. He is very crazy. Actually, he is a nonsense person. Then I said that nonsense always convert in the speciality of yourself. If you have seen the movie of Ranveer Singh, if you ever seen the KBC, Kaun Banega Crorepati, then definitely you people observe one thing. Definitely, I'm damn sure that in KBC, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan do like that. Devi aur Sajjano. आइए मिलकर खेलते सद्भुत खेल को. Actually, his body movement, his hand gestures was like that in the whole KBC. Actually, he just used to do like that. What? It is the Amitabh Bachchan style. That's why he's Amitabh Bachchan. It is the Amitabh Bachchan style. If Rakesh ji will do like that in his presentation, then definitely it will not shoot to Rakesh ji, because Rakesh ji is copying the Amitabh Bachchan. Rakesh ji has to follow his own style. What is the style of Rakesh ji? If you see the Ranveer Singh, I was watching a award show, one of the award show, and in that award show, Ranveer Singh was just wearing a blazer. Miraji, his blazer was white from there and black from there. Actually, he got a blazer of 36 or 37 clothes. There were so many colors on that blazer. So I shocked to know that he is very, very unique person. He is very special. He is enjoying his life because he is very special person. He is unique person. If I will do like that in this session, I will get a blazer of like the black, blue, white, then definitely people will laugh on me. What he is doing? He is very crazy. He is not following the demand of the curriculum. Sir, why are you wearing these clothes over there? You can also wear those clothes. No, please understand it very carefully. Whatever I'm trying to say, whatever I'm just delivering you. Actually, you have to follow the demand of the curriculum. Whenever Ranveer Singh goes to any movie, cast any movie, in that movie, he doesn't wear the clothes like he like. Actually, he wear the clothes what director like. Actually, in KBC, Amitabh Bachchan do like that. But in movies, Amitabh Bachchan will do whatever the costume designer, whatever the direct designer, whatever the script designer, script writer want from the Amitabh Bachchan. Actually, Amitabh Bachchan's body language will be there like as a whatever they want, whatever the director want, whatever the producer want, whatever I'm trying to say. In your real life, whatever you do, that is your own style. But in your presentational life, whatever you do, that is the demand of the curriculum. Yesterday, 3 to 4 days back, I got a call from the CPE committee of ICAI. Neeraj sir, is it Neeraj Mittal speaking? I said, yes, Neeraj Mittal speaking. Then they said to me, Neeraj ji, actually you are the hero of our movie in a second session. You have to perform in that session. I said, okay sir, no problem. I will be over there. Then they gave me some demand of the curriculum. Neeraj ji, your dress code was that. You were like that. You were like that. Then I just like that. Whatever I'm trying to say. I'm original. I'm a top person. Who am I? But I'm just delivering my presentation as per the demand of the curriculum. What curriculum wants from my side. So what is it? Exactly what is the style? सुनकर जमाने की बातें तो अपनी अदामत बदल. यकीन करता है तो पत्थर पे भी कर, फिर किसी के कहने से अपना खुदा मत बदल. Whatever I'm trying to say, that is your originality. Earlier when this session was started, I just got a chance to hear about, just listen about the Kemisha Soni ma'am, Charanjot Singh Nanda ji, Rakesh Shishodia ji. Everybody has its own style. Meera Bhatia ji. Everybody has its own style. Actually, that style makes you Meera Bhatia, Meera Bhatia. If Meera Bhatia will copy the Sachin Tendulkar, another person, then definitely we will lose one bestest Meera Bhatia from this session. If we want the best version of Meera Bhatia, then Meera Bhatia has to be a Meera Bhatia. If we want to be a best version of Rakesh Shishodia ji, in that case, Rakesh Shishodia ji has to be Rakesh Shishodia. Then definitely people will love you. Once upon a time, I was watching a Coffee with Karan. In that show, Karan asked to Deepika Padukone, what is the best in Ranveer Singh? What do you like the most in Ranveer Singh? Then Deepika answered, I like his originality. He is very original. He is original. Actually, whatever I'm trying to say, life gives you opportunity to become yourself. And you always try to become like others. But life gives you opportunity. This life is, you are born. Life gave you birth to become your best version. If Neeraj Mittal is speaking like a Neeraj Mittal, then definitely he is Neeraj Mittal. If Neeraj Mittal will speak like a Sandeep Maheshwari, and like a Dr. Vivek Bundra, then definitely his speech will not be good. His speech will always be good if definitely Neeraj Mittal will follow himself, his own style. It is my smile. That's why this is the smile. If I will copy that smile from anyone, then definitely that smile will lose me. will lost me. So what is my point of view? I know the day, I know that day. 3 to 4 years back, I just got up. I had to buy a car for me. I had to replace my car. So actually I visited to Honda's showroom. I planned that I will buy the Honda City. So I just went to buy the Honda City. So I thought that some inquiries, I will do some inquiries about the Honda City. So Rakesh ji, when I went to over there, and I met with our salesman, I remember the name. The name of that salesman was Amit, Mr. Amit. Actually, I got a chance to meet with Mr. Amit. So I said to that salesman, actually, I'm planning for a Honda City. So Amit just, please sit down, sir. Sir, will you have a coffee or tea? Oh, I said, no, thank you so much. He said, okay, sir, actually, you are planning for Honda City. Sir, if I talk about any other car, not Honda City, so what will be your second choice? Then I said, Hyundai's Verna. Please listen, believe me. Please listen me. This is the real incident. And this made me be yourself, being a best version of yourself. So I said, after that, I will plan. If I will not get the car Honda City, then I will go for Hyundai's Verna. Then okay, sir, okay. Actually, he made up his mind that he will comparison with Hyundai's Verna. Actually, that is the salesman's quality. I did also MBA in marketing and finance, and I know about it. So I was aware that he will do like that. So I was observing. Actually, Meeraji, he was continuously telling me, sir, as you know, basic things are same as in Hyundai. Actually, sir, this car is also 5-seater, boot space, itna hai, ye itna hai. Actually, he told me about the basic feature of that car. And I also did the same thing, what he was expecting from me. I was doing like that. I was saying, this is in Hyundai's also. This is in Verna also. As you are saying that space, boot space itna hai, then this same space is carrying by the Hyundai's Verna also. He was trying to tell me the distinct feature from Hyundai's Verna. He was trying to tell me again and again the distinct feature which differentiate the Honda City and Hyundai's Verna. And he said, sir, this feature is unique in Honda City, in Honda. And I compared all the features with Hyundai's Verna also. I said, man bana ke gaya tha. So I said ki everything is in Hyundai's Verna also. At the end, he said one thing which hit me, Meeraji, that was the thing, that was the point, that was the punchline. The salesman taught me. He said, sir, actually everything is same. What, sir? Honda is Honda. Honda is Honda. Honda's taste is different. You cannot compare the Honda with Hyundai. And after that, everything was same. But Honda is Honda. And I got to know, yes, I have nose over there. And Rakesh ji has nose over there. And Rakesh ji 2 years. And I have 2 years. But Neeraj Mittal is Neeraj Mittal. And Rakesh ji is Rakesh ji. Rakesh ji cannot be like a Neeraj Mittal. And Neeraj Mittal cannot be like a Rakesh ji. Akshay Kumar cannot be a Govinda. And Govinda cannot be a Shah Rukh Khan. Actually, everybody is actor. But every actor's acting is different from each other. That makes the actor unique. And that is the differentiate. That is the different. Everybody just say one thing. Sir, actually, one of my OP batch orientation class, I know, one student came to me after the class and he said, sir, actually, I want to be like you. Sir, you have good style. Sir, you have great command on your communication. Sir, I want to be like you. Then I said, why you don't want to be like you? Why you want to be like me? Then we will lose you. being a best version of yourself. Learn from me, but don't copy me. Learn from me. If you think that something is good in Neeraj Mittal, then learn from me, but don't copy me, because Honda is Honda. After some months, after 1 or 2 months, Rakesh ji, I just visited Hyundai's also. And when I visited to Hyundai, the same salesman left the job with the Honda and joined the Hyundai. Same salesman. That was the destiny. That was the destiny for me. And I again got a chance to meet with that same person. And he recognized me. He said, "Oh sir, actually I know आपका मन शुरू से ही Hyundai था." ओके सर, देखिए किस्मत को ये कार मुझे से बिकवानी है, मैं ही आ गया यहाँ पे. सर, आई एम योर सेल्समैन ऑफ द डे. सो सर, Hyundais के बारे में I hope that you know everything about the Hyundais. I know, sir. You know, because you know very well. You know them more than me also. I said, okay, please tell me something about Hyundais. Today, I have made up my mind about the Honda City. And you have to convert me on Hyundai. You know, Rakesh ji, Vinod ji, he said one thing to me. He said, sir, you told me that day in Honda showroom that Hyundai is Hyundai. So, sir, you are in Hyundai showroom. So, sir, purchase the car of Hyundai. And that day, I got to know one thing, that Hyundai cannot become a Honda and Honda cannot be a Hyundai. Samsung cannot be iPhone and iPhone cannot be a Samsung. Everybody is its own version. If you will say that Samsung is not selling as iPhone is selling in a greatest way. So I will say one thing. S3, after S3, you will never ever heard about that. As after S3, there will be i4, there will be S4, there will be S5, S6, S7, S8, not the I series. What in I series, there will be no S series. So that is my point of view. Being a best version of yourself. Be yourself. Vinod ji was deliberating his lecture that time. I got a chance to listen some words about the Vinod ji. Actually, it was his own style of Vinod ji. I was learning from the Vinod ji also. When Nanda ji was speaking, actually, it is the Nanda ji style. He uses some rhymes. Everybody known about the Nanda ji. Actually uses some rhymes, some basic necessities of the speaker, basic necessities of the audience. Actually understand, he connect to the audience. Everybody is on style. Every speaker is on style. And I got a chance to listen to Dr. Girish Ahuja. His own style. Actually, when he sat on the desk, his own style. I learned one thing from every speaker, from everywhere, that be original. Everybody like your originality, your craziness. सब शुरू में कहते हैं, शुरू में आपको अपनी चीज बकवास लगती है. आप कभी शीशे में देखेंगे, आपको ऐसा लगेगा मेरी प्रेजेंटेशन में थोड़ी बकवास रही. In starting, you will feel that I was nonsense that time. I was chatter that time. And after some time, you will feel one thing, believe me, that your nonsense will convert in the speciality of yourself. Then everybody will say, Vinodji was thinking that it's Vinodji's style. That Vinodji's style is not good. But definitely, that style makes you Vinodji as a Vinodji. That style. Everybody will say Vinodji after some time. Vinodji, you do one thing in your speeches, in your presentation. That's make you unique. Vinodji at home will think about one thing. Oh my God, that was the nonsense thing in me. He is saying that was the unique. Oh my God, my nonsense will convert in the speciality. Amitabh Bachchan's voice and height. Are you getting my point? Whatever I'm trying to say? Everybody's nonsense converts after some time in speciality. I know. Yes, I remember that day. Whenever I got a chance, first time I got a chance, Meeraji, as actually Meeraji was a co-speaker with me so many times. So I got a chance to speak up somewhere. I know first day I just hold a laptop with me. I carried my laptop with me. I carried with one assistant with me. In a Vishwas Nagar center, I was delivering a lecture on that day. On that day, when I was delivering my lecture, everybody was saying, "Sir, I was thinking that's my style is not good. I will correct it in next session." You know, you won't believe. Everybody at 5 o'clock in the evening will say one thing, "Sir, one thing is fast in you. You're that style. You're this style." I shocked to know that. My God, this makes you happy. They said, "Yes, sir. That this your style makes us happy." Sometimes we think that is the bakwas. But यकीन मानिए, शुरू में आप बकवास होते हैं, धीरे धीरे खास होते हैं. शुरू में आप बकवास होते हैं, वही बकवास से आप खास होते हैं. और यकीन मानिए, उसी खास के बाद वही इन्हीं चीजों की वजह से आप लोगों का विश्वास होते हैं. Whatever I'm trying to say, once upon a time, I visited IIM Ahmedabad. I got a chance to speak up to address the people of the IIM Ahmedabad. And there were so many people from the South India over there. Actually, I was speaking over there. So I know one of the student of mine just raises his hand. So I would like to ask you something. Please understand me. Please believe me, listen me very carefully. That is the very punchline of me. So one student raised his hand. So I would like to ask you something. Actually, he was from South India. I said, "Yes, please." Then he said, "Sir, you have good command on this thing. And sir, really, you are a great speaker. Sir, I have never ever met the speaker like you." As he praised me a lot. And after that, I asked him, "What is your query?" He said, "Sir, where do you belong to? From which land are you coming over there? Where do you belong to?" I replied, "I belong to Palwal. I belong to Palwal, and I'm residing in Palwal in joint and giant family. 15 लोगों को खाना एक ही चूल्हे पे बनता है मेरे परिवार में. And my younger brother is also chartered accountant. His wife is also CA." And then he said, "Oh, sir, great. Sir, one more question. Sir, where it is? Where it is? Actually, where is the Palwal? I have never heard about the Palwal city." I said, actually, I was about to tell him about the Palwal, Vinodji. And by the way, in between, one of the student among them just interrupted us. And he said, "I think, sir, if I'm not wrong, I think Palwal is near to Delhi. Palwal is near to Faridabad." Then I corrected him, Vinodji. I said, No. Palwal is not near to Delhi. You're wrong. Delhi is near to Palwal. I'm proud on my hometown. I'm from the Palwal. Ajit Tiwari ji was asking me, "Sir, I have to mention Faridabad or Palwal in the flyer, in the bottom of the speaker's name. Sir, I have to mention the Faridabad or Palwal?" Then I said proudly, "Palwal. Actually, I belong to Palwal. I'm living in Palwal." Whatever I'm trying to say, I'm saying one thing, be original. After that, they clapped me a lot. They clapped for me a lot. They said, "Sir, you are very down-to-earth person also." I was not down-to-earth that time. I was just loving my hometown. And that's make me down-to-earth also. Then I knew one thing. I got to know one thing. Whenever we are with us, whenever we are, Vinodji is Vinodji and Rakeshji is Rakeshji, then definitely we can win the world. And if we are be like the other person, then we will always lose the best person of this world. It may be C. Vinod Rawal ji, it may be C. Rakesh Shishodia ji, it may be C. Charanjot Singh Nanda ji. Actually, it may be C. Kemisha Soni ma'am ji. It may be Meera Bhatia ji. Actually, if we will try to become like anyone, like any other person, then definitely we will lose someone. So what is the point? Be yourself. Just learn from others. If you are observing one thing in Vinodji, that Vinodji is doing this business in a way, that way, then definitely you have to learn from the Vinodji. but don't try to become like a Vinodji, because nobody can become like other. Nobody cannot be, never be. So always try to learn from anyone. Always try to learn from everyone. That is the thing. That is the main issue, because we always try to one thing more in this presentation. In this thing, as earlier I told you that whenever Amitabh Bachchan went to any movie, whenever Amitabh Bachchan casted in any movie, actually his body language is not original in that movie. What Amitabh Bachchan do in that movie? He do as per the demand of the curriculum. What curriculum want from, what curriculum expect from the Amitabh Bachchan style. I know one thing. I remember that one thing. Once upon a time, I was reading an interview of Sushant Singh Rajput. Actually, I'm very interested. I'm a fond of movies. So I was reading a Sushant Singh Rajput interview. Actually, now we have lost him. Now he's not in this world. But I was reading the interview of Sushant Singh Rajput that day. I know one thing. I got to know one thing that day. Actually, Sushant mentioned in his interview that he has a fear of water. Actually, when he swim, then that time he got a fear. Everybody has its own fear. Neeraj Mittal has a fear of heights. Somebody has a fear of light. Somebody fear of darkness. Everybody has its own fear, own capability. So I was just reading the interview of Sushant Singh Rajput. It was mentioned in that interview that he has a fear of water. So after some time, I know one thing. I got a chance to know one thing, that there was a movie, Kedarnath. Actually, that movie was based on the water after the interval. I shocked. Actually, he was saying in one of his interview that he has a great fear about the water. And he did this movie. Please, everyone, listen it carefully. Because Vinodji told you about Fcra. But even listening this session, some people will not get the Fcra properly. Because why? One thing. Please listen it carefully. So Sushant Singh wrote in his interview that he has a fear of water. But fully Kedarnath movie was based on the water. It was based on the water. After interval, everywhere was water. Actually, yes, I know some scenes are designed by editing. Some scenes were original. But I hope he did some scenes in a water, basic scenes. So I was observing, as I'm poet also. So कहते हैं जहां ना पहुंचे रवि वहां पहुंच जाता है कवि. I'm poet also. So I was observing one thing. My God, if Sushant Singh would have told to his director that, sir, do this scene as the Rakesh Shisodiya's plays Rajasthan, because in Kedarnath there was a very, very, very chill water, and sir, do this scene at a Rakesh sir's place Rajasthan, because there was a warm water, because I have a fear of this water. So definitely director, what director would say in that case? It's imagined what director would say. Director would say that I will take a chance with Tiger Shroff. You can go now. If you have a fear, actually I will change the script according to you. You have to act according to the script of the director. Script will not change according to you. Dear Sushant Singh, script will not change. You have to change yourself. And after that, he did that movie. Amitabh Bachchan don't do this style in movies, because his body language was designed by the characters, his character. What is his character in that movie? According to that character, his body language was decided. He can't do like this. I know one thing, and I got to know one thing, that always be original. What? Add little bit acting, add little bit presentation, add little bit show off in your originality as per the demand of the curriculum. What curriculum wants from you, what curriculum expects from you. If everybody want to work, yes, I'm also running my KPO business also. Somebody asked me in one of my sessions, Neeraj sir, how do you do that in KPOs? So before doing the KPOs business, before deliberating about the KPOs business, I told one thing. I said, please see my personality. And I'm proud on my personality. Please see my personality. Being a 12-year chartered accountant, I don't wear any specs. And you can see my hairs also. I wake up early in the morning, daily basis. And I do some exercise. ख्वाहिशों के चक्कर में इंसान तो क्या क्या कर रहा है. अबे पगले, इतना तो जीना भी नहीं था जितना तो जीने के चक्कर में मर रहा है. एडिशनल चीजें हमें लाइफ में चाहिए. दैट इज द नीड, बट बेसिक, दैट इज द नेसेसरी. व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द बेसिक थिंग्स and additional things of the life? Actually, we don't distinguish both of the things. You know, when I got a car and car's tires are punctured, then definitely any costly car will not work according to me, because that tire was punctured that time. Once upon a time, I was traveling from Delhi to Mumbai. And this is my craziness. I don't board on the flight that time. Actually, I got a train from Delhi to Mumbai. I want to spend my time in the train that time. I got a Rajdhani. Rajdhani Railway Department promised me that it will take 16 to 17 hours to reach over there. And yes, third day I had a meeting that time. On a third day, after my traveling, on a third day. So I thought, okay, I will enjoy in the train. After that, I will attend my meeting. And my dear friends, but that is my luck. That is my destiny. Listen it carefully. As I board the train. I was on the train. And after some time, after traveling of 4 to 5 hours, train was stopped on the way. Actually, there was some major technical problem in the train's engine, and train was stopped over there. I shocked. What should I do? It was just a jungle area. I was shocked. What should I do? Train stopped, and I would have a meeting. My God! So just I chill up. Okay, ignore it. And you know that train got to correct this major technical problem, just rectify this major technical problem. Actually, train got 23 hours to rectify this. Train को 13 घंटे लग गए, 23 घंटे. And I spent my day, and they gave me the food. Actually, they gave me the 5-star food in the train. I know I got a food. Means I got a food. It was more than with my ticket's price, but I was not satisfied even though. Meeraji, I was not satisfied. I got a 4 to 5 times food over there, but I was not satisfied. Can you imagine why I was not satisfied? Because I was not over there for food. I was to enjoy the service of the train. I was supposed to travel in the train. Actually, it was not the restaurant for me. Actually, train did not fulfill that day its basic purpose. Train's basic purpose was the traveling. Actually, it's not fulfilled the basic purpose. It's fulfilled the additional purpose of me. Actually, they gave me food, but I was not satisfied. In the same way, you people have to think about it also. If you are not fulfilling the basic purpose of the life, and you are just fulfilling the additional purpose of life, you are getting so much degrees in the life, you are getting so much business empires in the life, and you are not fulfilling the basic purpose of the life, then definitely you will not, at the end, you will not satisfy with the life, because you are not giving the basic purpose. What is the basic purpose? In today's world, our way of thinking like that, हमारी माँ बार बार बोलती है दूध पी ले बेटा. Actually, there is a lot of calcium in the milk. दूध पी ले. There is a lot of calcium in the milk. What child is again and again just again and again saying to his mother, conveying to his mother that mom, actually I'm getting a breathing problem. But mother again, okay beta, don't bother about it. Just have this milk because a lot of calcium in it. Then you will get the energy. Definitely you will. Well, after some time, mom, I'm getting the breathing problem. But mom again saying to her child that have a milk. कौन समझाए माँ को कि इस वक्त he has no need of milk. Actually, he has a need of oxygen. He has no need of milk. What is the basic purpose? What is the basic thing which makes you unique, which makes you original? You have to understand it by yourself only. Actually, nobody will tell you about what is your basic purpose. If at the end of the session, you will ask me, sir, we would like to know about what is the basic purpose of our life. I'm not a Sri Krishna. I cannot tell you about the basic purpose of your life. Its own capability. I don't know what is the basic purpose of Vinod Raval's life. I don't know what is the basic purpose of Meera Bhatia's life. I can tell you the additional purpose of your life. You can do the CA, UPSC, you can do the Fcra, you can learn the forensic audit. That is the additional purpose of life. I can tell you the technical purpose of the life. But I'm sorry, friends, I cannot tell you the basic purpose of life. You have to decide this basic purpose. If your car is punctured, if your tire is punctured, and you have a good fuel in your car, after that, this car will not work. Because basic purpose is not fulfilling. If you have a alloy wheel, you have an additional wheel, and your all wheels are punctured, in that case, you are not fulfilling your basic purpose. You are just going away. You are just going to the additional purpose of life. Yes, I'm not denying that you don't have to do the lot of degrees, lot of knowledge, lot of experience. You have to do all things because it will increase your market value. If Vinod Ravalji do next thing, because learning has no end. If sir will do the next course, if sir will do the next thing, then definitely it will increase the market value of the CA Vinod Ravalji. But if Vinod Ravalji's car's tire was punctured, then definitely there will be no purpose of the additional things of life. Whatever I'm trying to say, just fulfill, just see, just observe. कौन कहता है हमारी खुद से मुलाकात नहीं होती? कौन कहता है हमारी खुद से मुलाकात नहीं होती? अरे मिलते तो हम रोज हैं, पर दुनिया में लगे रहते हैं, इसलिए अकेले में बैठकर खुद से बात नहीं होती. आज नीरज मित्तल काफी स्पीचेस दे देगा. He will do the lot of speeches. Actually, he has done this more than 1700 sessions. But will anybody ask to Neeraj Mittal, how many times you speak to yourself? How many times you speak to your inner source? Then I will say 2 to 3 times. I have addressed more than 1700 sessions, but I have not talked to myself even more than 17 times. What is the basic purpose? You have to speak up yourself also. What is your weakness? What is your strength? What is your area of expertise? What is your originality? What is your craziness? What is your performance? What can you perform? If you are doing a lot of activities in your life, again I'm saying, but you are not fulfilling your basic purpose, then definitely at the end of the day, you will not be satisfied. You will say that जिंदगी पूरी सामने थी और मैं उलझनों में उलझा रहा. पूरी जिंदगी मेरे सामने थी, मैं उलझनों में उलझा रहा. I have a good quote of Hindi. पहुंच जा रे बंदे चाहे तू किसी भी मुकाम तक, मित्र साथी साथ देंगे केवल गंगा स्नान तक, अर्धांगिनी भी साथ आएगी केवल तेरे मकान तक. कहते हैं जब किसी की डेथ हो जाती है उसकी वाइफ को भी, एक्चुअली हिज वाइफ नॉट गेट द चांस टू लास्ट फेयरवेल टू दैट पर्सन। पहुंच जा रहे बंदे, चाहे तो किसी भी मुकाम तक मित्र साथी साथ देंगे केवल गंगा स्नान तक, अर्धांगिनी भी साथ देगी केवल तेरे मकान तक, परिवार वाले साथ निभाएंगे केवल शमशान तक, परिवार वाले साथ निभाएंगे केवल शमशान तक, बेटा भी अपना हक निभाएगा केवल अग्निदान तक। इसलिए पहुंच जा रहे बंदे, चाहे तो किसी भी मुकाम तक। What is my message? What is the moral of this rhyme? Moral of this rhyme is very simple, that on whatever the level you achieved in your life, after that you have to satisfy at one place. What do you want? What is the basic purpose of yourself? You need to recognize your basic purpose. You need to recognize. Once upon a time somebody asked me, I told him that you have to expand your business. Then he told me, no, I don't want to expand my business. Actually, I'm satisfied on that level. Actually, everybody has its own capability. I don't know कौन कितना आगे जाना चाहता है, किसकी कहां पर सफर तय है. I don't know about it. Because everybody has its own limitation, everybody has its own area, everybody has its own line limitations. I don't know कि कौन कहां तक इस सफर को तय करेगा. That is the suffer, that is the traveling of the life, that is the thing of the life. So what is the point? What is the thing? If I'm saying one thing and again I'm repeating this thing, you have to recognize your craziness. You have to recognize what is nonsense in you. Maybe this nonsense can be converted in your speciality, and after some time that speciality will become a belief of the people about you. That is the thing. That is the thing which makes you unique. That is the area which makes you unique. I remember that thing. I got compartment in the 12th class. I got 11 marks in accountants in the 12th class, and teacher said one thing to me, that you have to do only graduation, and I think you should not do anything except graduation. After that, just open any shop, etc., do some business. I know that day. And after some time, when I became the chartered accountant, when I got this degree, I had a convocation, and I was remembering that day. ना वो कोई और था, ना ये कोई और है, बस वो भी एक दौर था, ये भी एक दौर है. I changed myself. Actually, that was my craziness. I didn't know that time what is the debit and credit. And right now I'm the world's second largest course member, CA, chartered accountant member. Whatever I'm trying to say, that is the thing which makes you different. Your thinking, your positive outlook towards the life. What you think about yourself, that makes you unique. What is crazy in you, that makes you unique. What is the satisfaction? Where is the satisfaction in you, that makes you unique? Where you want to satisfy. Otherwise, if you will achieve anything in your life, 100% people cannot be, actually, we cannot make happy 100% people of the world. Vinodji, remember this thing. You will do whatever you want to do, but you can't make happy everyone happy. 100% लोगों को खुश ना APJ अब्दुल कलाम कर पाए, ना मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम कर पाए. Actually, लोगों ने कमियां निकाल ली. People will find out what is weak in you, but never ever just leave your performance. Perform करना, just your performance tell you about the opportunity. Your performance is everything. Your opportunity, what is the opportunity? Somebody asked me in a session, Neeraj ji, what is an opportunity according to you? In a simple sentence, in a simple word, what is an opportunity? I told, opportunity, every person, every activity, every event is an opportunity. I never ever met Vinod Ravalji before this day. And today, definitely Vinod Ravalji is my best friend. Definitely, if I will call him and he will call me, then definitely we will say, yes, sir, we were co-speaker in that meeting. That is an opportunity. Everything, every person, every activity is an opportunity. If I will got a chance to visit the Chittorgarh, then definitely I will call to Rakesh ji. And I will say, Rakesh ji, you are there? I'm just coming to have a tea with you. Then definitely I know Rakesh ji will say, maybe it will convert in an opportunity. I think everything, every person, every activity is an opportunity. Just perform. If I will not perform today, if I will not perform today in a well manner, in a well way, then definitely nobody will become opportunity for me. Many people were listening me. I don't know how many people are listening me this time. Many people are listening me that time. And definitely many people will call me. Neeraj ji, I got a chance to learn from you today on a day of the Krishna's day. I know that thing. I remember that thing. That what is the outlook? Everything, every person, every activity is an opportunity. So, sir, what will be your point of view about opportunity? One point mentioned in your notebook also, if you have notebook. Opportunity is equal to 100% your performance. If Rakesh ji will perform, if Vinod ji will perform, if Neeraj Mittal will perform, if Nanda ji will perform, then definitely everything will become an opportunity for Nanda ji, for Rakesh ji, for Vinod ji, for Meera ji, for Neeraj Mittal, everyone. And please apologize me, please do apologize. Actually, I'm just naming some selected persons. Actually, I'm just observing, I'm just able to see these persons only. So no, please, I do apologize. Whatever I'm trying to say, this is the one point, this is the only point. This is the main thing. Opportunity is equal to 100% performance. And 100% performance, either winning or learning. Opportunity, performance, your performance will make you win or will make you learn. या तो कहते हैं परफॉर्मेंस सिखा देती है या कुछ जिता देती है. परफॉर्मेंस कभी भी हराती नहीं है. Your performance will make you learn or either win or learn from that thing. Definitely you will get a chance to meet the bad person in your life also. हम तो शुक्रगुजार हैं उन सभी लोगों के भी. हम तो शुक्रगुजार हैं उन सभी लोगों के भी जिन्होंने कभी हमें धक्का भी दिया था डुबोने के लिए. अंजाम ये रहा कि हमें तैरना सिखा गए. If you will get a chance to meet any person who is not good for you, then definitely that person will also make you learn something about the life. Don't ignore anyone. या तो लोग जिताकर चले जाते हैं या सिखाकर चले जाते हैं. Don't ignore anyone. Don't ignore. I knew that day somebody asked me some help on that some days ago. Actually, sir, I want to do this thing. Then I just gave a call to that person. You know, after some time, that person who was just demanding some help, he was just saying, sir, I need your help, I need your favor. For that person, Vinod ji, I just did a call to someone, to some concerned authority, and his work just over. His work, उसका काम बन गया. You know what he said to me? नीरज जी, लाइफ में कभी भी आपको काम पड़े ना, चाहे कैसा भी काम हो आपका, नंबर 1 का, नंबर 2 का, आप एक बार मौका जरूर दीजिए. मैंने कहा सर प्लीज डोंट से दिस थिंग. मैंने जस्ट एक कॉल किया. आई डिड अ कॉल ओनली एंड आई डोंट थिंक दैट माई कॉल just will do your work. We don't know who can be the opportunity for us. Everything, every person, every activity is an opportunity. Just become best version. Just do positive outlook. If you will get a call, if you will get a call and you think that you can do this work, please remember these words. If you will get any call from anyone and you think that this is the appropriate to you and you can do something for that person, then do. जरूरी नहीं है कि इबादत हो और इबादत में खुदा का नाम आए. जरूरी नहीं है कि भगवान की पूजा हो. Somebody in morning were asking me, there were so many persons were asking me, Neeraj, you have fast today? Maybe, might be you have fast today because this is a Krishna Janmashtami. Then I said, yes, but I will do on a fast way. I will make the help out. I want to help out the 5 people on that day. That is my fast. My fast is only, जरूरी नहीं है कि इबादत हो और इबादत में खुदा का नाम आए. जरूरी नहीं है भगवान की पूजा हो और पूजा में खुदा का नाम आए. जिंदगी तो खुद एक इबादत है, बस शर्त इतनी है किसी के काम आए. Just build a network as you are very useful to others. I'm just talking about the network also. Some people ask me, sir, how to build up the network? I want to say one thing only for the network. मांगने से पहले देना सीखे. That is the bestest quality of the network. And network is the network. And it's your originality. If you want to do something, if you can do something for anyone, then definitely somebody will do something for you also. There is a saying in Hindi, इस दुनिया में आप बहुत बड़े हैं. इस दुनिया में आप बहुत बड़े हैं अगर बहुत सारे लोग आपके साथ खड़े हैं. Definitely you can get the time of prime minister also if so many people are with you. इस दुनिया में आप बहुत बड़े हैं अगर बहुत सारे लोग आपके साथ खड़े हैं. But remember my words, बहुत सारे लोग आपके साथ तभी खड़े हैं जब लोगों के साथ आप खड़े हैं. People will stand with you only when you will stand with those only. Then you are with them only. Just do your best. Just do your performance. Sachin Tendulkar is not Sachin Tendulkar because he has a records of record. Sachin Tendulkar is a Sachin Tendulkar because he played many matches. बहुत मैचेस खेले हैं हमारे सचिन तेंदुलकर साहब. That's why सचिन तेंदुलकर है. मैं चलता रहूंगा रास्ते पर, एटलीस्ट चलने में तो माहिर बन ही जाऊंगा. If I will be moving on that way, then definitely I will learn the way. अगर मैं चलता रहूंगा रास्ते पर, एटलीस्ट चलने में तो एक्सपर्ट बन ही जाऊंगा. मैक्सिमम जिंदगी आप मेरा क्या कर लेंगे? मेरे हाथ मंजिली तो नहीं लगने देंगी, मत लगने देना. मैं आपका मुसाफिर बन के मर जाऊंगा. But just going on, keep going on. As Nanda ji told in starting that going on, learning phase को end मत करिए. Learn something. If you get a chance to, I remember that day. That's those days of CAs. Vinod Raval ji also have that days. In that days, those days, we were not supposed to learn only one subject. We were supposed to learn 8 subjects in a single time if we have to be a chartered accountant. We had to learn tax also. We had to learn accounting also. We had to learn auditing also because they wanted to keep us updated about the every areas. Just updated about the every areas and do specialization in one area. It will work, but updated about every area. Get the updates about everything. That is our originality. That is the originality of this profession. At the students' time, we were supposed to, by our boss, by our principal always say one thing, you should know about the tax slab rates. I know about the campus placement interviews. I said, I want to be in a taxation department. And interviewers asked me about the IFRS. I said, but sir, I want to be in a taxation. Then he said, actually, you don't know what is IFRS. You don't know about IFRS. What is the IFRS? I want to know about this specifically IFRS. I said, but sir, I'm interested in a taxation only. My area of expertise is the taxation. And I want to explore myself in taxation. And that day, I learned one message, Vinod ji. One message. Don't be a tomato seller. Be a vegetable seller. That is the originality of this profession. All big fours are doing every activity. But they have specific department of every activity. Actually, they are not selling only tomatoes, they are selling every vegetables in-house. Every vegetables. But they have separate department for everything. We can just expand our farms also by just by just bifurcating the separate department. Whatever I'm saying, this is the originality of this profession, that we are not known only for the financial reporting. We are known about the taxation also, about the auditing also. So we should get updations about everything. Yes, we can do specialization in one thing because we can give more and more that thing, but we have to learn from others things. We have to update it from others things also. So I hope you people got a chance, you people get up things very clearly, and I need just 5 minutes also. After that, I will just wind up the session. And I'm very thankful for your patience that you people are listening me. And my co-speaker is with me till the end of the session. That is very luckiest thing for me. My co-speaker is with me. Generally, speakers just left the session. Okay, I'm done my session. But I noticed so many times Vinodji just convey to his staff or any other person, just wait for some minutes. I'm listening something. So that is the spirit, that is the thing. Learning has no end. Whether you have experience of many years, but if you have spirit of this thing, you have the learning spirit in yourself, then definitely इस दुनिया की कोई ताकत आपको हरा नहीं सकती. अगर आपके अंदर ये स्पिरिट जिंदा है, ये चीज जिंदा है. So that is the thing. If I make the notes of everything, one thing, I just keep revising everything. One was that actually it will work in vote of thanks also for everyone. I'm just keep revising everything. One is whatever I make you learn about this thing. That is the be yourself, being a best version of yourself, and just know your craziness, your nonsense things in yourself. Just know what is the unique in you. That is the thing make you different. Sometimes we do the craziness at our home when we are alone. We do some craziness that makes you unique. And second thing is very important. Second thing, always be original, but add a little bit show off, add a little bit acting, add a little bit act in your originality as per the demand of the curriculum. That is the key takeaway of the today's learning. Always be original, but add a little bit expressions, add a little bit show off, add little, as Sushant Singh Rajput do in his movies. Actually, he used to do that time. As Amitabh Bachchan do in his movies. Every hero, every actor do in their movies. They do some act also. What curriculum want, what audience want. Do some act also. Do some acting, presentation. We can say the presentation also. And third thing is a very important. Whatever I make you learn today about it. Whenever you will be original, then Rakesh bhai, you will get so many times a chance to get the failure. Because originality kai baar fail bhi karayegi aapko. Whenever you will be the original, then maybe, might be, you will be failure. But failure is the part of life. But how to deal with the failure is the art of life. After every failure, you have to learn one thing. That next time, I will not let down with this failure only. Are you getting my point? Failure is the part of life. But how to deal with the failure is the art of life. Whether you have big firm or not, that is the part of life. Oh my God, with this small firm, you have a lot of respect from people, from members. That is the art of life. This is the art of life. My God, this is your life. And fourth lesson of the today's learning. What is the fourth lesson? This is the firstly focus on the basic needs of life, then to the growing needs. I'm not denying that don't bother about the growing needs, about the additional needs, but firstly focus on the basic needs. टायर पंचर नहीं होना चाहिए. कार कितनी भी अच्छी है, अगर टायर पंचर है तो आप बड़ी से बड़ी महंगी से महंगी कार खरीद लीजिए, भाई सब वो म्यूजियम में रखी जाएगी बस जब गाड़ी ट्रेवलिंग पर्पज ही पूरा नहीं करती. आर यू गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? So firstly focus on the basic part of life, basic needs, basic things of life, then to the growing needs. than to the growth of the life. Yes, growth is the degree. I will do next this course, that's next thing. That's are the growth. याद रखिएगा, a plant cannot be grow as a tree until unless that plant has a gardener in its life. Cannot be grow as a tree until unless it has a gardener, it has a guide in its life. Please remember this thing. And a plant can be a plant, or a plant cannot be a plant itself also. Please, I repeat, because I thought it's a little bit confusing. Again, a plant cannot be grow as a tree until unless, Vinodji, it has a guide. Everybody has a guide in its life. I'm damn sure Vinodji also has a guide in his life. Rakeshji also has a guide, as a guru, जिनको भी ये मानते होंगे, किसी ने तो सिखाया होगा लाइफ में. A plant cannot be grow as a tree until unless it has a guide, it has a will, it has a guidance. And a plant, remember these words, a plant cannot be a plant itself. Tree की बात तो छोड़िए, वो plant भी नहीं हो सकता. A plant cannot be a plant itself until unless it has its originality. Until unless it has its originality, a plant cannot be a plant. एक पौधा भी नहीं रह सकता जब तक वो पौधा अपनी ओरिजिनलिटी को नहीं कायम रखेगा. और एक पौधा कभी पेड़ नहीं बन सकता जब तक वो जीवन में एक माली को नहीं ढूंढ लेता. That Mali, if I talk about the Mahabharata, actually this is the day of the Krishna. Last quote and last incident of, because I have lot of incident, because I daily used to read the daily Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and I got to know many answers of my life. Actually, I expand my business with the help of Gita. Actually, Srimad Bhagavad Gita has a great contribution in my life. So please, my dear friends, listen me carefully. In Mahabharata, once upon a time, Duryodhan, from the Kauravas sides, Duryodhan got a chance. Actually, Sri Krishna gave the chance, gave an opportunity to the Duryodhan. या तो मेरी सेना ले लो या मुझे ले लो. If you want to me, then definitely I will come with you. If you want my Senate, then definitely they will come with you. Whatever you want. Duryodhan said, you are very chaliya, you are very, you have stolen so many things in your childhood. You are not the correct person. And one of the Duryodhan's friend, Karan, just he addressed the Duryodhan that time, asked the Krishna, actually if Krishna with anybody, then definitely nobody can defeat that person if Krishna is with that person. But Duryodhan didn't hear his friend that time. And finally, this opportunity, same opportunity, received by Arjun. Krishna said, if you want me, then I can come with you. And Arjun just got, Krishna, please come with me. But there is a one condition of mine, that you will drive my car. Mera rath aap chalayenge. Actually, I don't want to be you as a sathi. I want to be you as a sarthi. आप दुनिया के साथी बनते, मेरा सारथी बनना. कृष्ण said okay. But after some time, कृष्णा ने एक परीक्षा ली अर्जुन की, ये देखने के लिए, टेस्ट करने के लिए, ये टेस्ट करा कि अर्जुन सही भी है नहीं, whether Arjun's decision is good or not. कृष्णा said one thing, हार तो तेरी निश्चित है, हार तो तेरी निश्चित है, अब रहेगा तो उदास, सारा माखन दुर्योधन ले गया है, छाछ बची है तेरे पास. Actually, buttermilk is up with you. Krishna said to Arjun that definitely you will lose this war. definitely Duryodhan will beat you. Definitely Duryodhan will defeat you. Because everybody is with Duryodhan. And I'm with you. I'm a buttermilk. Actually, butter is with him. I'm a buttermilk only. Then Arjun answered. And with this line, I will end up my speech. Arjun answered. प्रभु जीत तो मेरी निश्चित है, मैं हूं आपका दास. प्रभु जीत तो मेरी निश्चित है, अब मैं हूं आपका दास. सारा माखन दुर्योधन ले भी गया तो क्या हुआ, माखन चोर है मेरे साथ. That is the thing. That is the trust. That is the belief. So at the end, I would like to say one thing. What you perceive, this is your reality. What I perceive, this is my reality. As such, there is no reality. There are only perceptions in this world. There are only perceptions. What you perceive, that's your reality. What I perceive, that's my reality. As such, there is no reality. There are only perceptions. So thank you. Thank you so much. Meera ji, hand over to you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for inspiring us. Definitely.
Thank you.
और हमेशा से आप इंस्पिरेशन तो रहे ही हैं. It's always pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you.
And now, sir, I will invite CA Balkrishan ji, Vice Chairman, Chittorgarh branch of CIRC of ICAI, for vote of thanks.
I think right now he's not there. I think so.
Yeah, Rakesh.
So hand over to Rakesh ji. आज राकेश जी सारथी हैं.
Balkrishan is there with us. Balkrishan sir is there with us. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
I would like to extend my deep sense of gratitude towards our speaker, CA and Neeraj Mittal ji, and our CP Chairman, CA Kamisha Soni ma'am, and CP Vice Chairman, CA Charanjot Singh Nanda ji, for organizing this seminar, which will be and which is fruitful for our members and for all CA fraternity as well. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And once again, I would also like to thank to our moderator, Meera Bhatia ma'am, for organizing and conducting this seminar. Thank you.
Meera ji, if anyone has any doubt, then you can just send it to me.
Sir, Ajit ji ने join कर ही लिया है. I think. Yes.
Okay.
Sir, thank you, sir. It was wonderful session. Of course, means there is no doubt about the things what you have delivered, sir. Nanda sir will not be able to join today because he has another meeting. I think some interview at TV.
Okay.
So just he is informed not able to join, and to say thanks to you also for wonderful television. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
For
Thank
joining
you,
and enlightening to the participant.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Neeraj ji. Really enjoyed your conversation, and honestly, it was a Krishna to Arjuna.
Oh, thank you, sir. It was very nice thing. Very. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Happy Janmashtami, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Neeraj. Thanks to all of you, sir.
Thank you, Rakesh ji. Definitely, I will visit to Chittorgarh and I will come to the Meera's land. And Meera Bhatia is also with us.
तो सोदिया जी आपका नंबर शेयर कर दीजिएगा जरा एक बार.
हाँ, एक बार नंबर शेयर कर दीजिएगा, बाद में सेशन के एंड पे कर लीजिएगा सर, ये तो पब्लिक डोमेन में अभी है.
Yeah, we will be sharing, sir.
Right, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you. विनोद जी, आप भी अपना नंबर दीजिएगा मेरे को. I will talk to you, विनोद जी. Thank you, sir.